Snort?
Yeah. What's up, everybody? Let's get this. What's that green line? Am I losing connection? All right. Hello. Dude, that was like an errand. Like, lean into the microphone. I'm like, you don't need to do that. Anyways.
Is this where we talk?
Yeah. Just lean in tight. Yeah, anyways, here with Otis from Dirty River Bicycle Works, Ryan, Otis, Adams, and Dave is back as well. Drinking, what do you got there, a bottle of liquor? What? And then also we have some beers from, I just dropped their link in the chat, Missing Falls Brewery. This is their new label art as well. They've gone from simple... I think every beer gets a monster character now, right? Is that what Kenny was saying?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, you missed that part.
Yeah.
What do you have?
I have Golden Zip.
That's like is that a lager?
Golden Nail. That's
Golden Ale.
That's her
Yeah.
top regular beer.
Yes.
Smooth, lighter.
Yeah. Mango Rehab is a mango habanero IPA, 6.7% alcohol. So yeah. My brother's up in here, and so is my niece.
Oh, I thought we were just friends.
What's that supposed to mean? Bike Breath, what's up? Windsor. So you guys probably know winter better than we do. So Otis was thinking of talking about, well, not thinking about, we're going to do it. Talking about some of his winter tips, because when did you come with this? Oh, because you have been unfortunately not able to ride.
Yeah, I didn't get to ride last week, but I did get to ride the week before, and I tried to go fat biking on the groomed track, but we missed him by a day.
Yeah, a couple people have commented about, like, well, we have somebody from the Minneapolis area, but it looks weird because it looks like the northern blast we're getting kind of missed them, and then the storms that came across the country went south of them. So some people are saying that surprisingly they hadn't got as much snow, and our snow comes from none of the storms. It's total lake effect off Lake Erie, so it's been a really weird weather winter, but we have had snow on the ground now for, what, a week? At least a week. Yeah.
Yeah. And we had a decent snowstorm in December, too.
Yeah.
So, just before Christmas.
It's already more days with snow on the ground than I think the last 2 or 3 winters combined.
Yeah.
Was it about 4 winters ago where we had that little late in the winter we had snow on the ground
nice
for a
snow,
while?
Yeah. But
yeah, so what's up, everyone? I pulled up most people's comments. Hopefully, we're not going to go through the whole roll call because we'll already get so far behind on the chat, and we do actually want to chat about the topic for a change for a while tonight. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, make progress.
Yeah. But
if we don't make progress, then that's our beer review.
Yeah. Wait, I lost my... What's up, Clunkay? I did see your last email, too, which I'll get back to later, but been preparing for this. Yes, so that's what no snow in northwest Wisconsin, which is crazy. Yeah, it's just been a weird winter.
And, like Kansas City got hit crazy.
Yeah.
And someone was saying Cincinnati got a bunch of snow.
Yeah, Louisville, Kentucky, they were dumped on with I think the storm is just getting to the East Coast now, right? The one that dumped all that snow in Louisville. Yeah, our temperatures have been hovering around low 20s, which is extremely, these days, unusual. I remember when we were kids sometimes having those teens in January and low 20s, but not anymore, really. But
yeah, one of our...
none in Windsor either.
Really?
Oh, so Windsor's right across from
above
Detroit.
Erie, yeah.
Oh. So they're not getting the lake effect because the lake effect's coming south, but yeah.
Yeah, one of the Yeti, Ryan Olinger's trying to do a beat a Strava segment on the middle of Mogador Reservoir.
Oh, really? Someone made it over the lake?
Yeah.
Is it frozen enough now to ride that?
He said he's gonna test it out. I said maybe I'll be the support team videoing you while you test it out.
Chuck Rogers super chatted $4.99.
Thanks, Chuck. Appreciate it.
That all goes to me, right?
Yeah. You get your cut.
But yeah. So they're like it's actually been cold enough here that small lakes are freezing. So that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's weird because I noticed this on the gravel, and I talked to some other people about it in other areas like East Rim, but the snow and the cold came so fast that places that are muddy and puddles haven't frozen because I think the snow is insulating that warm rain ground that we got. So like the gravel along Route 8, I took that, tons of non-frozen puddles just 2 days ago, and we had already been in the 20s. Then Andy White rode East Rim, and he said it actually wasn't that fun because under the snow there was mud. So even though it's been like at night we've been getting low, like what?
There's been teens, yeah.
But yeah, I guess it's just that snow insulating the puddles, which is just crazy when you think about how that works. But
yeah,
I don't know. That's why I guess Eskimos.
I'm not ready to go on lakes.
Yeah, I'm not. I wouldn't be going out of the lake. No way.
I know.
I've seen Ben ride out on Summit Lake, but that's been, man, I don't know. I think the snow does make it different, knowing that it's like what I'm saying. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I think some people. Oh, what year was it? I don't know. 2007 or something. People rode could fat bike from Sandusky to Put-in-Bay or something like that on the ice, and they were inviting me, and I was like, I just can't do it. Can't do it.
I remember my dad having us walk down like when the winters when we were kids stayed cold most of the winter, like frozen rivers and stuff or creeks probably. And I was always terrified even then. But he's like, wouldn't take you out here if it wasn't blah blah blah. And I even remember the parents like drilling into the ice in the small ponds back in the day before you were allowed to go out. But David Geller said 5 inches. I don't know if that's what they consider the standard for.
Ice fishing or whatever.
Oh, is that just for? Yeah.
Yeah, you're saying he
was saying fat bike to ice fish. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. See, Lower got some of the thermal wave merino. I'm wearing. No, I'm not right now. It's something different. It's surly on the outside, but yeah.
Yeah. So I guess talk clothing.
Yeah.
But kind of I work at Dirty River Bicycle Works in Akron, and
you don't just work there, you own it.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm also a client.
Yeah, not only the president, I'm also a customer. Take your hat off there.
Yeah.
Anyways. Oh, it's a missing. I thought it was Browns because the colors missing. Wow, we've really gone full in.
Oh yeah.
I don't think I got the 10 in the shot. Though. I was supposed to do that.
Yeah. There it is.
Oh wait, this.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah. Yeah, but we kind of specialize in getting people out in winter and doing stuff. So I started riding in the winter just to pick up my cars that were broken down in the winter, So the only way to pick up the car was riding a bike.
Broken down, is that code for you got drunk and had to go get it the next day, or?
No.
Oh, that's how I started riding.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, but yeah. So always end up getting your car fixed right when it's the worst temperatures, and that was before Uber and stuff. So, so I just started putting on a bunch of clothes and going to pick up my car, and then I started liking it a little bit more. And then when I started the shop, I'm like, man, Ohio, it gets real cold. I don't want to just sell bikes in June and then run out of money. So I'm like, I really like riding in the winter. Let's see if other people like to do it. And then it kept getting a little warmer and not as bad. And then I met you guys, and like you didn't ride at all in the winter when we first ride. You were like, I am not going out in this. This is
only
not fun.
Only if it got nice. I would ride in the season of the winter, but not in winter weather. Yeah, I would. Yeah. Because the first year we did our group, we rode on Christmas Eve, but that's because it was 58, not because it was winter. Because it was warm winter.
Yeah, yeah. For like the first two years I knew you, it was like December to February. Like I'd see you once or twice.
Yeah.
And yeah, and now you ride a lot more than me in the winter, which is pretty cool. But
I remember I finally was willing to do it, and then I went out in some snow. We were trying to do that camp out that Large Marge and a couple other people did, and I tried to ride, and I only got downtown Akron, and I couldn't keep the bike upright. And I was like, okay, well, I figured out the cold, but I just can't ride in the snow. And that's when you convinced me to get the 45 North grab belt tires with the studs, and the next week I went to your Yeti ride, your weekly group ride, and we were riding over the ice skating pond, and I was keeping it upright.
Day I fell in?
No, that was a couple years later. Yeah. I wasn't there the day you fell in. I only got to see the videos after.
Yeah.
Speaking of 3 to 4 inches to be safe.
Yeah, 3 to 4 inches.
Nope. This was not.
It's about 1. But originally it was just like, well, be prepared and first try the stuff and then do the stuff. And then we started group rides, and then people were like, well, is there going to be a ride next week? And I'm like, well, it's going to be really cold. And they're like, well, is there going to be a ride next week? And then we just kept doing more. And then I found out what a fat bike is, and started, packing down the mountain bike trails on fat bikes to ride them and stuff, and then riding on snow, and then finding out about stud tires, and just keep doing stuff. Like disclaimer of this whole thing is, this is my experience of being a very, very cold person. I'm cold all the time. So one of my first things is, if I'm going to live in Ohio and choose to live here, I'm not giving up 4 months a year to complain and be cold.
That's what happened to me too. I started to get so into riding that I just started to miss it, and I was like, I have to figure out how I could ride in the winter,
Yeah.
And you had a lot of your advice is what you were giving me. Real quick, JC said about cleaning the drivetrain. I hose it off, wipe it down, and re-lube it just the way I just make sure I hose it off right away. On my old winter bike, I don't recommend this for nice bikes. I use a lot of WD-40. I still wipe it off, and then I still use real chain lube, but I hit all the little bits when it's wet and it comes in with salt and stuff like that.
It's a water displacer.
Yeah,
so
that's what
just don't grease your brakes.
Yeah. No, it's rim brake, so it's a little easier.
But yeah, so it was like, if I'm going to be here, like I want to enjoy being here.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I have a job. I'm going to buy things that help me enjoy this, because it's going to make my life better. And it started with long johns. That's my secret. November to March, I wear long johns.
I've been doing that since before I rode bikes. I get dressed up for a funeral, and it's before I had good ones, the old cotton waffle ones. I would put those under my pants, and I remember everyone even the tops, everyone's standing there freezing when the wind blows, and I'm like, I'm not going to go out there in this cold weather. Like, cotton was fine for a funeral, but I worked at a car wash when I started wearing that stuff, which is a horrible choice for that. But
Yeah.
I've said this before. My brother gave me a set from the Army surplus store of long johns. I didn't realize why I liked them so much. They were merino wool.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're green merino wool, and I kept that. I wore them forever, and it'd be like I'd be bummed when those ones were like not in the rotation, but I had no idea why I liked them so much. Anyways, yeah.
Yeah, and then by chance I learned about merino wool, which is wool. It's reasonably warm when it gets wet, because the thing about winter biking is you generally mess up your clothing. You don't get it right for a long time. And so my first suggestion was bags. This is my first winter. If you're starting out, get yourself a crappy bag. Somebody left this in the parking lot. I found it. It's just a bag. So a little backpack. Don't fill it up all the way, but put extra crap in it. So you're going out, like somebody rode with you on Sunday, wore a down coat, just sweat like crazy. 5 miles in, their face was all pink, and they turned around. So you leave a little extra in your bag, so you can take things off, because almost everybody dresses too warm. And then throw a couple things in it. And the things I like to carry in it, well, I guess this is my next thing is, there's lots of awesome high-tech winter stuff. If it's really cold and dry, or you're fat bike racing, or really want to get a big workout and stuff like that, there's tons of things. We do high-tech stuff from Gore and 45 North and a number of other companies. But I like...
And any major road cycling brand sells that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
yes. Yeah, really like soft shell, really high tech, and that's nice. But I like stuff that's more normal, that I can shovel my driveway. I can go for a hike. I can just wear.
Go to Missing Falls and look normal.
Yeah, yeah, more regular things. So that's what this bias is, and that's kind of the bias of the things we sell at the shop, is things that aren't just performance event type clothing, and
I always say
stuff.
that like the kind of road style technical stuff is fine if you're never stopping anywhere. If you're just going to get a workout, if they're workout clothes, you know, they become less practical if you're going to go someplace. Like, or if you just bring all that stuff and you don't bring extra layers, because I've been on rides with people who do that, and then someone gets a flat tire, someone gets a second flat tire, and then everyone's going home.
Yeah,
Like,
that was you told me the story a few years ago, but some of our racer friends from up north came down to ride with Tim and Ben and some others, and I think one of them asked if they should bring their wallet, and then the other person had no bags on their bike at all, and then they got two flat tires, and everybody froze, and like with the bringing stuff is you had an extra puffy jacket, and you're just sitting there just talking to everybody while everybody else is just freezing.
Throw it on right away.
And
when that stuff happens, like something goes wrong where you're all standing around, throw on that extra layer right away, and it's a game changer because then you can keep going. Everybody else is like, we're heading home.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
So yeah, a basic bag. Like if you're into bike bags, Tim and a lot of our friends like the Swift big handlebar bags.
Yeah.
Or saddle bags, or their frame bags really nice. Or I'm also been doing a lot of like the salsa fork bags or Ortlieb fork bags, and that I've been doing I got it from you is I take my decomposing old down jacket that's spitting feathers and I just shove it in there, so it's like something goes bad, you break your bike, you fall, you put that on and you're gonna be okay.
And also sometimes we'll go into a restaurant, we eat dinner, we come out, it's in the teens. I'm not going to be able to ride all the way home in the down jacket, but sometimes now I'm like, I put it on knowing in 2 miles I'm going to stop and take it off. I'm like, you don't have to endure the pain of being completely frozen until you warm up, which I am going to warm up in the layers that I've learned to wear. But there are times, today I rode down to the post office. I wore one less layer and wore the down jacket. I'm like, I don't need to get in my whole getup. I'm not going to be riding hard. I'm riding, upright.
Yeah. So and we do the group rides, and so sometimes it's a bunch of people where everyone there rides over 1,000 miles a year, and we're going on a zippy ride all over, and like pretty much you can wear a lot of things because you're pedaling the whole time and staying warm. But then we go and get lunch or dinner or whatever, and then if you don't take all your stuff off right away, that's my other secret tip is anytime you go inside in your warm stuff, take off as much as you can.
Yeah,
take your shoes off.
Yeah.
Take your. People make fun of me. I'm always in my socks at Missing Falls Brewery.
Yeah.
Sorry, Missing Falls Brewery. Because like my feet just sweat out and then my feet freeze, and then generally every time I stop, as soon as I get going, I put on almost another layer because I'm always colder than I started. So and that's again, have a bag. And
bags on your bike or bag on your back.
Yeah, and starting around, I don't know, September to April, I always have little wool arm warmers and leg warmers, and a spare hat, and it's just like you stop.
Yeah, if your
sometimes
head sweats,
the temperature swings.
It's a big deal. Like Ryan Hugh. Mine, I don't sweat on my head as much like that, but yeah, I think definitely if you're sweaty, extra hats make it caps.
Yeah, but that's kind of the getting to cold is like warmers and things like that. But then just having those in your bag, so if you've got space in your bag to take off things, and then you have a few little things, even if it's a T-shirt, like you don't have to make this high tech to start. Mm-hmm. Like put a T-shirt on before you ride home when you stop, and you're gonna be happy because you're going to be warm because your sweat always makes you a little bit warmer.
I seriously, even on rides where we've gone out somewhere, I've done everything layering right, I get home, and I don't worry about getting too hot on the way home. I mean, down jacket could be too much, and I have to take it off, or a layer of gloves. But I'll get home, and I'll sit down on the couch and relax for a little bit, and I'll start to be so cold. And it's like that dampness that has then crept in. So when I'm heading out somewhere, like even on the Yeti ride on Sunday, I was making sure that I was slightly cold because I knew we were going to the brewery. I knew we were going to sit at Missing Falls for like at least an hour, and I knew I had 4 miles to go home. And I'm like, that's what I was saying. Tony was saying how he was hot with his down jacket on. I'm like, I'm slightly cold, but it's where I want, like not cold, slightly chilly, but it's where I want to be right now because I don't want to break a sweat like on this ride, which is a more party pace ride too. So yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, so, but I don't know. Should I get all my crap?
Why not?
Okay, but yeah, so like against the skin, I'm obsessed with merino wool. Sometimes it's not itchy, but like if you have an allergy flare up or whatever, like it can get a little itchy at times, or if you get the wrong kind.
Really, have you? I've never had merino make me itchy, but I'm sure everyone's different.
I got bad allergies, so sometimes. But then you want synthetics, like the cotton against the skin holds water and it stays cold, so avoid that. But get in here. Whoosh. Yeah, so my favorite thing, just smart wool base layers. You can do top and bottom. We do some printed ones at the shop, but just merino wool.
You can hold it.
Oh, am I going the wrong way?
No, you can. The camera's up here. Yeah, just so you know.
Merino wool base layer, so kind of like you're wearing just a light wool, a summer weight wool sock on your entire body.
Yeah.
That's really great. Let's see. Then, which, yeah, neither of us are.
I'm wearing
you're wearing one? Okay, yeah.
My new one. Yeah.
Then.
Whoa, wait. Slow down. This is like a thick merino jacket. These things are super pricey, but I've said it in a bunch of my videos. I finally bought a second one because my other one's got holes in it from, actually not from wear, but from hitting trees and stuff, following large marge on routes. But took one right to the shoulder once. But these things, these surly wools, they're what, stupid, what, $160 or something?
Yeah.
But they're so worth it because everyone I know who's bought one wears it from November to April, like every day. You know.
Yeah, these little. Yeah, it's just a bike jersey.
Got the
when
rear pocket,
I started, I went to Goodwill and I got just cheap sweaters.
A lot of people have said that if you go and search the thrift store, you could find good wool sweaters that will do the same thing and save you the money of how expensive these are.
I had one of these about 10 years ago. It fell apart, and then my friend gave me his, and but you get holes in it, but it doesn't really spread, and you just keep wearing it and layering it. But yeah, that base layer and 2 of these is what I'd wear if like I was getting closer to like 10 degrees. That's also my setup if I'm riding in the rain in 40 degrees. I wear 3 good layers of wool because it's going to soak through.
I've done that too, doing higher ground 2 years ago out in PA, Johnstown. I did wear a rain jacket, but most of the time, like I just wore merino wool like leggings with shorts over them, and I was like, I know I'm gonna be wet. I just need layers that are gonna still somehow keep me warm.
Yeah.
Because there's no. You know.
Yeah, because I tried Gore-Tex pants and or rain pants and raincoats and stuff like that for a long time, but I really hate the clammy greenhouse feeling, and so it's like I'm gonna get wet inside or out, so I just wear extra wool if I know it, if there's gonna be splatter, like if it's in a freeze thaw where it's gonna shoot water up and you're gonna get soaked. I put on a whole another layer, like a second pair of long johns, second wool jersey, and then this is just a cheap, like little thicker than. But it's like it's not waterproof. It just kind of breathes. And then also the things about this and the surly wool is the full zipper. So anytime I'm going up a hill, I'm unzipping.
I find myself
get up the hill, wait a couple minutes, and then zip up.
With the layers, I'm constantly adjusting. No, I am constantly adjusting because I just wear a real super lightweight roadie windbreaker over everything. And I find myself, I get too warm, I unzip that, then I unzip this layer, and then I start to get that little bit of chill come back in. It's just nonstop. I also love stuff that has, one good thing about bike-specific stuff is a lot of it has the bottom zipper, which is really nice.
Oh, yeah.
One, so if you have something longer, you could, that's why stuff is so...
Nailed it.
Cut so high is so like it doesn't interfere with your legs. One, my down jacket is like that. It has the bottom zipper so you can zip it. But then also just to put the two zippers together so it's not blowing open, but it's still venting is really, really nice. Like there are advantages to bike specific stuff, but you don't need it. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, and that's like it just depends how people ride. Like if you go out in the winter and you're doing a quick workout and you're pushing hard and it's going to be an hour or two not stopping and going home, then more performance things or like the, waterproof front with the breathable back type stuff. That's all great, but that's workout gear.
Yeah.
And so I'm trying to dial back where I can ride really hard and fast, but I can also stop and just stand in the snow for 30 minutes on my bike looking around.
Christopher has a good question here. So he's talking about, everyone talks about upper body wear in feet. He said he's struggling to find decent protection that's not too much for his legs. For me, it's something like the wool layer that you showed, and then just jeans. That's what I wear, or super long knee-high socks. But my legs stay warm, so I don't think I'm the right one to ask.
Yeah. Well,
I think you were talking
again.
about...
I'm cold all the time, so legs. Like these are just like stretchy summer pants, and they're just nylon. A million people just hiking pants are just like there's $30 ones at Walmart that Ben Grom gets. Like there's just basic stretchy pants. But I do that because it breathes and it's light, but it also gives a little bit of wind protection. But then just one or two pairs of wool long johns, and then like my feet. I guess we're on the lower legs, so let's stick with that.
Yeah, I think there are, though, by the way, Christopher, windproof pants that people wear when it's real cold.
Yes.
I don't own any because I just haven't found I need them, but I know that I've watched a ton of other channels have done winter stuff. They talk about buying windproof pants to keep, and I'm sure, I feel like I would just be too warm in them, but if you're having problems with your legs being cold and you're wearing some kind of base layer on your legs, I think that would be the way to go. The next step would be windproof. Right?
Yeah, and I didn't bring those, but I do have Swerve. I don't think they're still
went
around.
out of business. Yeah.
But they were just a stretchy lined pant with. The wool ones are expensive, but like just a fleece lined pant that's stretchy. You can get them from lots of places, but that like if it's below 20, I'll do a wool long john with the fleece lined pant, and then depending on your footwear, so generally the rule of footwear is at least a size too big.
Oh, your shoes, boots. Shoes or boots get bigger than you need. Yeah.
So again, if you're really into this and you have the budget, 45 North boots. There's lots of great hiking boots from different companies, but you want 400 gram insulation, stuff like that works really well for down to 5 or 10. But my thing, we got them at the shop, but these hunt socks from Smart Wool.
Oh yeah.
But it's like.
Oh yeah.
It's the warmest thing I've ever put on. Like normally I wear 2 pairs of socks or something like that, but these one pair of socks with my boots, I'll show in a minute. Is warm to like 25, and then if you do have wimpier boots, start going to the knee-high socks. Like some people are into knee-high socks.
Even for what he said about the legs, I do like wear the 45 North knee highs on really cold days to add extra warmth to my legs too, because upper legs aren't usually going to be an issue. So
like leg stuff. Usually people are like, my legs aren't cold, my feet are cold. Like, I need something for my feet, not my legs. My legs are fine. And it's like, well, your blood goes from your heart to your extremities and then comes back. And it's on the way back that all the heat gets sucked out of the
Richard was talking
blood.
about. We were talking
and then
about
you start
that,
feeling tingly and all that biofeedback loop. So it's like your legs feel fine, but if your legs aren't sweating, then you could keep your legs warmer. And so like when you start layering on like if just your toes are a little tingly, a knee-high sock versus a regular sock can help.
Defeat, you guys sell some Defeat socks that I love too.
Yep.
They do a lot of wool stuff that's super thick and warm. I don't have any of their stuff that's real long. That's mostly like mid-length socks. Crew, is that what you call crew socks?
Crew sock. Yeah.
Yeah.
True sock is just above the
Oh,
ankle.
no, so it's not. Whatever.
Yeah.
What do you call like a standard sock? Like,
Crew sock.
Crew sock.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a standard.
Whatever.
is that standard?
But yeah. With,
Mid-calf.
yeah. For
Mid calf. There you go.
freezing to 20 or so. Like we do the woolly bully socks are like a go-to everyday warmer wool sock, thicker, and then we do the burly bullies, which are like that lofted, thick, poofy sock, a double sock, and those are the ones that I bring. Like oh that's where I put them. But yeah, you bring in the bottom of your bag a spare set of socks. The
Oh, in
warmest
case your
thing.
feet get damp.
Because if you fall in a puddle, it'll change your life if you have a spare dry set of socks.
You've talked about these too. Speaking of keeping your legs warm, Wally just brought up gaiters. I know some people have talked about that to keep their lower legs
Yep.
warm.
That's some of those. We got some of them at the shop.
I've never used
This
them,
is-
but people have been talking about this.
Yeah, for things to just get like you don't want to buy a new pair of $250 boots or $100 boots or whatever. Is these guys, we have them for like $50. It's just a basic gaiter. It's also perfect for fat biking because if you ever go off of groomed trail, it's like 3-4 feet deep off of the
yeah, the snow.
groomed. So you get a lot of snow in
Does
in
that
your
go
boots.
under your foot? Is that how they work? I've never used gaiters.
Yep.
So this strap goes under your foot, and then there's
Mhm.
elastic to keep it around your boot or your shoes.
Yeah. So generally work with a shoe that has a heel. So like your flat bottom 5'10" boot shoes.
Oh, so it goes out. This goes outside your shoe.
Outside, yeah, it goes over. But basically, you can even get them. Some of them are fuzzy. Like if you really don't want to buy it,
What do you mean by fuzzy?
like insulated.
Oh, insulated. This is just waterproof, windproof and waterproof. Yeah. So, some have teddy bears on them.
80s leg warmers.
Yeah. Well, oh, now that you mention it, crap, where'd I put all my stuff?
Yeah. What is this, like the "I'm so excited" video?
Yeah, that's my other move. I said that, like the things to carry with you is if you just need a degree or two on your feet, gaiters are really awesome. They work on wet freestyle rides where you're just shooting water all over yourself. You don't. Is it big enough for this? I don't know. Yeah. They keep you drier. Don't get snow or slush in your shoes, and give you a couple degrees of warmth. That's pretty cool.
But like you were saying too, and they were saying Wally was, the idea is that's also something that keeps your feet warmer without thinking about it because it's just keeping the blood going into your shoes warmer.
Yeah, and like if your legs feel hot, then yeah, overdoing your lower leg can be something that's not annoying or restrictive to your pedaling as much. And in my this is my most favorite thing. I keep these in my bike bag most of the year, other than hot summer. Like the sun goes down early and there's windy and you get cold. But this is just wool knee warmers. Which the other thing why I tell people to dress their legs warmer even if they don't is cartilage doesn't feel, and your knee is very fragile, and cartilage starts to get stiffer and more prone to tears if you're riding uncovered knees. Even if, like, you'll see people it's 40 degrees and they're riding in shorts. You did it the other day. And
It was 60 degrees that day. It was
for
just
like
raining.
3 seconds. Yeah.
That's the 3 seconds I rode.
Yeah. But keep your knees warm. Help prevent injuries, and also keeps the blood going to your tips of your toes warm.
I've never done knee warmers, and I probably should. I think I would be happier with that than trying to cover more of my leg, because it goes a little bit above, a little bit below, and that'd probably make a difference, because that's what's really getting out in the wind too.
Well, knee warmers wouldn't probably work for you because this is what I don't use them that often as knee warmers, because knee warmers are meant to be tucked under bike shorts to stay up.
So
Which,
they would
if you wear
fall
bike
down
shorts,
with them.
that's fine. It
Yeah,
works.
that's what I wear. That won't
Or
work.
if you run really, really hot, wear any pants and bike shorts with knee warmers, and then go do. Because lots of people run really warm. Like I just found out Micah just wore jeans and windproof boots for the last 5 winters, commuting. And I'm like, that's insane. Like, put some long johns on. You're scaring me. How many dead toes or gnarly toenails does he have riding?
Yeah.
No insulation on his legs. But I use these as Jane Fonda workout leg warmers. So you put them on down there, or in emergency
Oh, gotcha.
on Yeti Squad, a guy froze his toes, and so we stopped, and he just pulled them on over his shoes up there, and he runs really hot. And after he did that, it was 20 degrees, and he was wearing tennis shoes, wool socks, and jeans and riding. That's it. But just putting that on over his lower leg made the difference. They're also, if your boot's loose, you can use it. Makes your your pants thicker at the bottom to keep them warm. But yeah,
these are your ultra warm boots.
These are awesome.
So you wear knee warmers
As
lower
leg warmers. Yeah. It's it's kind of like if I think it's warmer, if it ends up being colder than I thought, and I'm just wearing regular winter wool socks, and I get cold, then I just pull those on real quick, and then it's like I had knee-high socks from the start. It just gives a couple degrees, but I just keep it with me because I refuse to be cold. I'm not putting up with that. And on the footwear, like I said, just basic stuff. These are just they were about $100 back when I got them 6 years ago. But you can get rubber boots, just neoprene boots.
Oh yeah, these are like neoprene in the top, rubber on
Bogs, yeah.
Oh, that's the bogs, yeah.
But this one's lighter. There's some of them are really heavy, but you can ride whatever you're comfortable. Some are thinner if you rub your cranks or whatever. But they're full size big, and if it's really cold, I wear 2 pairs of socks and the gaiters, and I can go down to 0, and that's as cold as I get.
I don't go down to 0.
It's okay.
I think I rode at 11 last year, and I was. Then again, I said I rode at 11. I threw my down jacket on, and it was still too warm.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. And that's, down is amazing. And if you're worried, put a down coat in a backpack and keep it with you, or on a bike bag, because it'll get you out of a bind. But generally, take off a layer when you put it on. Like I rode.
Yeah.
The only time I could ride like a medium weight down puffy was like, I think it was like 5 degrees in wind, or like -5.
Yeah, like I said, mine's for emergencies or just starting up. Like they're just way too warm to actually ride in.
Yeah.
I know they do make lighter weight ones. Aaron rides in one that's a much like thinner one. So does Brad. But like mine is too warm. It's like the Rafa one that like Lachlan Morton and them have. They finally marked it down. I think it's something. I think like full price it's like $450, but Rafa runs like 60% sales off all the time. Another tip is starting about now. A lot of this stuff will start to get marked down. Oh, sorry, not from.
Yeah, but that's why like we
for the ultra expensive stuff.
Yeah, but like where we are, it's not that cold. I don't. If
Yeah.
you see a theme of like my stuff is like, I focus on the accessories. Like that's the arm warmers, the socks, the well, we didn't get to hats yet. We'll get to that later.
William asked what flat pedals you use with those boots.
Good question. I tried a bunch of flat pedals. One of the other cheats, if you're getting more particular, is plastic pedals are warmer than metal pedals. If you're into clipless, then you have to buy the fancy boots. You have no choice.
Yeah,
And if it's
you're clipped into that system.
get it, yeah, you can say that. So
Dave's mad. He's mad at me.
wow, yeah, but so that yeah, and if you really want to ride below 30 degrees, booties aren't going to do it. Like some of the clipless shoes, they have the rubber
the
booties you pull
yeah,
over, the
yeah.
toe covers or things like that. They're just not going to do it. If you want to ride clipless, buy the boots, and you'll like it.
You had mentioned plastic a couple times. A few things that and I just by happenstance I didn't plan it, but I used the Deity compound pedals on my. Are they called? Those ones called the compounds? Yeah, on my winter bike, and again, plastic is warmer than metal, especially if your bike's going to sit outside. Then you also mentioned foam grips, switching to foam grips in the winter. Someone also in the comments lately brought up cork grips, which I think would probably be about the same.
Yeah.
But switching out your grips, I think especially if you're using bar mitts, because it's one thing we've talked about with the bar mitts is if your bike sits outside, now your metal bars are radiating cold and it's up to your hands to heat them back up. Very easy to keep. Bar mitts are amazing when you bring your bike out of the house. If your bike sits outside without your hands in it, that becomes different, I think. Anyways.
Yeah. So yeah, plastic pedals. And then the two that I've found that work great with like hunting boots or muck boots, bog boots, hiking shoes.
Hiking boots,
whatever.
a lot of people talk about.
Our number one pedal is the Deity Def Trap. It's big and wide it's concave and has pins all around the outside. That works really great and it's
The
big.
Def Trap's better than the compound.
Yeah, they don't do the compound anymore.
Oh, good, because the compound's axle is too high and it almost eliminates the benefit of the pins, whereas the Def Trap, gives you that better.
Yeah, and then the other one is we do the MSW thump pedal. Is really grippy, like really grippy. So those are two, but it's a big plastic pedal that's concave.
Yeah, people ask how do you ride in the snow and the rain with flat pedals? It's like, because flat pedals aren't those box trap pedals that you're thinking they are from the 1970s.
Yeah. And you can put, if you have pedals, like a lot of times there's washers under the grip pins. You can, if you've got all the time, you can get your little spinny wrench and take those out, and there's a washer you can throw away and screw it back in and it'll stick out farther. Or you can put longer grip pins in. But yeah, it takes a lot of patient pants to be able to do whatever 30 tiny little itty bitty screws.
No, I know from being on YouTube, there's people who will spend 5 days to save $20.
Yeah.
So it's definitely for them.
Yeah. So
I've switched my mentality. That was me too. It's like I'll hack together anything not to spend money, and now I'm like, I want to ride my bike. I'll spend a little money to just get out there and have this shit that works.
Yeah.
And I'm not overly spendy. But teach their own. Again, it's like, yes, nothing wrong with searching the thrift stores to find like the good wool stuff, but I also now value my time enough to walk into the shop and buy the wool stuff I need.
Yeah,
and I ride that much.
Again, here it's most of the winter is 20 to 40, and so it's better to have a big half full bike bag or backpack with a few things that you can just tailor and layer to hit that temperature, because there are days that the temperature will swing 40 degrees.
Yeah, we get crazy swings. I know people say it all the time, but if you haven't considered, or some people were just saying how they had moved from, I think, Arizona to Cincinnati and a number of things like that, it's layers. It's layers. Like we're saying about the down. Like, I cannot ride in it. I mean, at 11 degrees, it was too warm. I was still unzipping it. So it's all about those layers and being able to access them, which is another...
And adjust.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and if you do have a raincoat, like raincoats with the pit zips, or like the back zips, stuff like that. Then, because as soon as use it for a minute, get up top the first not up top, before the first hill, unzip that stuff because you're gonna turn into a greenhouse and then freeze.
Dirty rat bastard says the guy who put new studs in his tire. That's just maintenance. That's winter maintenance.
It's because you corner so hard, so you launch your studs.
Yeah, zippers. It is, that goes hand in hand with one of the reasons, because I really like my lobster gloves, but one reason I like bar mitts is the dexterity. When I try to unzip with my big gloves and all that stuff, or for me use a GoPro, it gets so frustrating. Bar mitts are so nice because the fact that you could, either have nothing underneath it or a glove that you can do everything.
Yeah,
these are defeat wool gloves here.
Yeah, these are #1 selling glove.
David Gellert said he just got some of those too.
I wear them. Yeah, he wore them in 28 or something.
Yeah, that was.
He's on the Viking spectrum from where
I'm wearing those under bar mitts or under lobster gloves at 28. But
yeah. So, but yeah, these are my gloves all spring, all winter. They're also great liner gloves. If it's 40 to 50 in rain, I'll wear 2 pairs of these.
I have 2 different sizes because I double them up. Same. I have I think medium and large, and I literally large. Yeah, these are my small ones, and then I have a bigger size that I throw over them. Yours are the full wool. These are the synthetic blend ones. But
yeah, they range $25 to $30 depending on the wool. But they're.
I feel like
we have them in every size, almost pretty much all year round.
One pair of those I'll wear down to 36 sometimes, depending on how I'm riding.
Yeah, how wet it is and stuff. But then hands. If your hands get cold, get bar mitts. It's just better. There's super warm insulated ones, and then there's more windproof ones. I generally run the more windproof ones because then you can put a big winter glove under it if it gets down to 20. But windproof ones and a big winter glove is pretty good at 20, 15. Bar mitts in these are that 30 to 40.
Yeah.
And if it's raining, the bar mitts keep the water off your gloves so they don't soak through.
I found doing the Festive 500 with just the neoprene bar mitts that these were too warm for me at about 35, 36.
Yeah.
With just bare hands, I'd be taking my hands out to cool them off.
Yeah, bare hands. Yeah, you can do that too.
Which is nice because you still can't. You just obviously can't operate your controls, but if you just need to cool off your hands. But so to me, these are below. These are pretty much freezing and below for my body temperature. And then
does bare hand would you bare hand ride bar mitts with because you're doing photo stuff, or you have to do phone things or
photo stuff a lot? But yeah, all zippers and all that stuff. But that's why I think with the bar mitts and these, if I'm leaving a warm place, I'm down into the low 20s, easy.
Yeah.
Same with, but I feel those equal these to me. These are the I don't know what was the model of these. Some of the
sealskins
bar Brayworth or something.
Barlow. I don't remember.
These are the greatest gloves I've ever owned. Otis just ordered these for me, and I've had lobster gloves before. I have plenty of dexterity to operate the bicycle, but as somebody who wants to grab my GoPro, wants to try and get a zipper off, I find myself doing that. And then putting it in which.
And the cool thing, I used to run that level glove because I did not want pogies.
Yeah.
Because I ride dumb places and crash, and I didn't want to get stuck on my bike. That hasn't happened with pogies, but
I think a lot of people are afraid of that at first, and it's a non-issue.
But I found with that level glove, for me on the ride out, one good hill or one fast session, and I got a little hot, and then I'd sweat through my gloves, and then I'd freeze. So I had to do. It's again, you got your bag.
Yeah.
And if you're
That's
going,
why I always
it's
have,
really cold.
That's why I have both. I
Yeah.
can take these off and put these on.
But when I did not bar mitts and big gloves, I had to have 2 pairs of gloves because I'd usually sweat through the first pair if it got zesty or hilly, and then have to change them.
Someone asked but this one is sealskins.
Yeah.
These are the best lobsters that I've ever, warmest. They must be they're waterproof and windproof, but I think these are about 28 and below. I went out the other day, or even when I rode the Yeti, I started to get
15.
a little too warm. But these ones do wick and dry fast once they're indoors, which is nice. For even be waterproof and windproof, they don't hold the moisture. And so these were fairly expensive, right? Were these?
Yeah, like $110.
Oh, were they?
Yeah.
So far they're worth it to me, but
Yep.
that's yeah.
You knew exactly what you wanted.
Yeah.
So we special ordered that, and we do. Yeah, we can get all kinds of awesome stuff from different companies.
Now mittens, no, they're not mittens. Mittens keep all your fingers together and have your thumbs separate.
Yeah, they're
Lobsters are 2 fingers, like Spock or Star Trek. I don't know. I'm a Star Wars guy. I'm one of the Star Trek losers.
Yeah. Wow. Truth comes out.
Alienate half the crowd right away.
So,
No, there's no one who watches Star Trek who rides in the winter. Come on.
I don't know.
I'm kidding.
I don't know. Yeah. So I like we
Lars said Venable pogies for the win.
yeah the
Is that what?
no.
Because they do have the zipper on here, but that's what I used to keep.
Well, he just got the Cobra Fist pogies, which are like the warmest, and he's riding his bike in whatever because he commutes every day.
Yeah.
So he can be warm at 10, and then open the zipper and then be, not overheat with light gloves and 30 or whatever. So that's that vent. Yeah, the big 45 North Cobra Fists, and then we're just getting the Wolf Tooth pogies in again. Those have zippers that you can vent, so you can let air in.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
So like you were saying, it's too much.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, these are just thick neoprene, and I found above maybe even 30 that I just pull my hands out sometimes. But that's not a huge deal to do.
yeah.
And also the sweat's not
Well,
sticking to anything. in
where we
pogies.
live is not flat, so
Yeah.
that's like a lot of it is you go up a big hill, take your hands and chill on the flat part with your hands outside your pogies or whatever, and yeah, gotta cool things off. Zippers, pull your hands out.
The good thing, that's where bar mitts really shine, is the fact that you can just even if your hands get sweaty, you're not getting anything else sweaty.
Yeah.
There's enough room in there.
And if you have extra bags,
Yeah.
you can say holy shit. Are we at? What time is it?
Your wife's in here.
Yeah. If it's just hot and you're like, wow, it's too hot, take your bar mitts off, stick them in a bag, and yeah. But
Some like those neoprene bar mitts come off, like some of these 45 North flat bar ones you're not going to take off mid ride because these attach by the.
well, I keep a multi-tool in my pocket at all times. So,
I keep tools, but I'm
Yeah.
not going to pull the bar ends out and all that.
yeah.
Did I give you one of these, by the way? You wanted to see it or something, and then
Oh, I don't know.
because I only have one, but I don't have any flat bar bikes either anymore. Anyways,
Okay.
they don't
Interesting.
live up here. I brought them up here for the street. Anyways, doesn't
Maybe
matter.
Aaron borrowed it.
Yeah.
But
Just for her pimp hand.
oh no. She was testing handlebar setups on Saturday.
true.
So that was actually
Jim?
accurate.
She ended up picking up the granola bars.
Yep.
I know I should have got her to trade me those black ones. Would have looked so good on my truck.
You gotta mix it up.
I'm usually a silver component guy, but that bike's just murdered out, as the kids say.
Yeah. So, but yeah, but I so bar mitts. We've
What
got
volume?
the
Oh man, you got a super again.
what's going on?
Oh, we did? We didn't hear it?
Super Shed?
We did not?
Oh, maybe they didn't say anything.
Well, it still says it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's,
Snowmobile bar mitts. I've heard about Greg. I don't know if I know you, Greg, but Greg, I've heard about snowmobile goggles that they have nose cover on them. Wonder if that would be nice.
Let me test the audio just to see if we can. Well, you heard the first one though, so.
Right.
I got to go to my channel, so I don't monetize the streams. Thanks to the channel members, by the way.
Thanks, channel members.
I always forget to say
Is
that.
Missing Falls Brewery?
The reason,
channel
yeah,
member?
Missing Falls is sponsoring this episode, as we said, but also
And Dirty River Bicycle.
River Bicycle Works. But also, I don't turn the ads on the stream, so you guys can pop in and out there. No, it's not.
Industrial
But we
Grill.
hear it.
Steve Surge 42 subscribed to the channel.
But you could all thank the channel members. That's why you don't have to hear ads when we're live. If you're watching this after, there'll be ads.
Oh, okay.
But I don't want someone to pop in because we're doing a live stream, then they have to watch. Because YouTube is horrible with the ads now, I hear. I pay for premium. I can't deal with ads. I live an ad-free life. But I don't watch TV either, so just YouTube. Anyways,
Yeah.
what were we talking about? Oh, I need another beer.
Yeah.
Do you need another beer?
Oh.
Oh, that's your stout that you're letting warm up.
Yeah.
I need one. I need a
Pro
beer.
move on the stout.
Show them which one you're drinking.
This is the Brutus. Stouts and porters are great warm, so if you know you're gonna have a nice meal or have a sit down with Tim, get a light drinkable beer to start while your stout warms up. That's the ace move I use in the winter at Missing Falls. We also Missing Falls is our favorite bicycle. Kenny doesn't want me to say the best bike bar in Akron, but
No, he doesn't.
I just did. Sorry, Kenny.
One of the best things about Missing Falls, besides that they house make a lot of the food now, they have great craft beer. They have cocktails, which I never get because it's a brewery and I don't get cocktails at breweries, even though I like a good cocktail. They have indoor bike parking. With
Indoor
a bike
bike
rack
parking.
that you can lock up to.
You can sit and eat your food and drink and watch your bike.
Yeah.
Like if you forgot a bike lock or whatever, or it's huge. Like we've brought 40 people and everybody can park their bikes. And
There's
have-
times when
have
I'm
a great
riding
time.
downtown and I'm like, what do I want to get for lunch? And I'm like, I'm going to go to Missing Falls because I can bring my bike inside.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's not the only reason, but it's definitely a motivating factor because love Kenny, love Missing Falls, but I do spread my business around downtown Akron and other
Yeah.
places.
But that was because we after our Yetis we also at Dirty River we do Yeti Squad bike rides on Sundays. We meet at 10 at the shop. We do it all year round, pretty much no matter the weather. Ben said we shouldn't do snowpocalypse rides anymore because that was ridiculous. I think you did that last one.
Yeah.
You and Aaron and
It was
Scott.
fun. We had a blast.
But you went like 1 mile.
We went farther. We got all the way to over by the university.
Yeah? Okay,
Yeah.
2 miles. But yeah, if they haven't plowed, we might pause it. But yeah, the and lightning.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we're just gonna do it.
I think this year and it was like the second to last year of the week, you only missed one Yeti Squad all year, and it was because of a black ice situation, right? Did you
Yeah.
say that? I was looking at my beer. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I didn't. Yeah, we had black ice. I could barely walk out of the house. Like all my family members were crashing and stuff. But 3 people, I made it out over to the shop because every time I don't have a ride, people show up wanting to ride, and I did. And 3 people showed up, and they were like, "Well, we're going on a bike ride," and it was like black ice and rain.
Yeah, you said
And-
people. Yeah, fine.
And yeah, three people came, Stephanie and Ugo and Matt, I think, and I don't know if any of them are on here, but they just tough people, just like, hey, we're in Ohio, let's do something. And then they had a great time. They rode for barely an hour, but they got out and did stuff, and arguably it was the worst weather day of the year where you could barely get out of the house.
Real quick, let's take a break before you go on your gloves. I got Missing Falls. This is their, like, they always have it on, right? The
Oh,
Terror
yeah,
of the Seven
that's really
Seas.
good.
I'm glad.
Terror of the Seven Seas.
I actually kind of like their simpling labeling, but this is cool. I'm glad they kind of made it a little more dynamic now. These are all canned at the brewery. They don't. Do they sell outside the brewery with cans? Yeah, it's all from the brewery. But yeah.
Almost every brewery that did distribution is closed.
Yeah, true.
So they're
it's
doing a great job
sustainably
selling
grown,
in
done
their
a really
brewery.
good job of that.
So
Happy New Year's, Wes. Thrifty Frame Builder said sweaty gloves are the worst. That's why he went to the bar mitts. Totally understand that. Like I said, the only downside of bar mitts I found is sometimes we go into places for a couple hours, and when you come out, it could be a little rough. But that's about the one negative I found. So, William LeBron doing the. Oh, they have an emoji for the nice.
for the lobster gloves.
Yeah.
That's what
Nice.
the emoji's
That means
for.
lobster gloves.
Lobster gloves.
Yeah. Happy New Year, Cassidy. Vulcan Death Grip spot gloves. Sealkins. I've never tried Clunky waterproof socks or like the whole bags over
Not
the
a fan.
toes thing. I'm worried that it's going to be too swampy and I'm going to get damp and then that'll be the death of me. But
Yeah.
some people swear by them.
They work okay. Like again, if you
Oh, it didn't say it out loud because Franz gave us. Oh, it says super chat, but I think it's a. Is it a super sticker? Is that why I didn't do it out loud? There's
That's
no
what
text.
That's what Large said.
Yeah.
But it should still say the.
That he did. Well, thank you, anyways, Franz. Even though it didn't say it out loud. We
Nintendo
appreciate it.
control or no,
I think it is a super sticker, and that's kind of the difference. My program doesn't have the ability to read walking Nintendo controller. What's a good glove for someone who's broke?
2 gloves.
Well, if you want,
If you're broke,
2 gloves.
you take
Same.
your gloves and one of your friends that has bigger hands than you.
Those cotton work gloves. I don't know if they're cotton, but they're work gloves, and they're that typical material on the side, and they're rubber. It looks like someone dipped their hand.
Don't get those.
If you're
Get the winter
Get them
ones.
too big.
Yeah.
You can get them too
Winter
big.
ones.
And
I would
put
wear the
another glove
defeat,
under
and
it.
then I'd put those over it. That's what I did for a number of winters, like not down into the teens, but just put those like work gloves over it.
Like those utility nitrile dipped.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Those-
don't wear
those will
wear
freeze your
nitrile
hand.
the winter
gloves.
ones, not nitrile.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the winter ones are great.
But
They're
those are like-
waterproof.
but I think those are like $10 gloves, right? Yeah.
Yeah, they're relatively cheap.
Walmart, anyone would have them. Yeah.
But yeah, because we say, like we showed you the defeat gloves. That's the gateway drug. Like that gets you into stuff. You can wear
well,
those. They're $25 or $30, and then if you have any winter gloves that are a little bigger, just put them on and go.
Do you remember? I was trying to think of this the other day. What were the gloves we wore at Slay's and Boston Mills that Johnny called the LeBrons?
I know exactly what you're talking about. I have no idea what
I
they're
don't know
called.
where I lost mine. I kept them for years, and I would shovel the driveway. They were like Norwegian, like snowmaking. They were for
They're-
like.
They're like for like.
Are they like the
Winter
fleece line
con-
rubber things?
winter
like
No, they only. No,
Greaves?
they still only. No, not like the Rick gloves. These are. Well, here's cheap gloves that Rick recommended, but you still need liners under them.
Yeah,
but,
you just sweat a lot.
yeah,
It had like a fleece liner and then like a real thick
like a rubber outer that was
rubber
like.
outer.
It felt and it was like chunky, so it had. We used them at Boston Mills because we were turning on and off the wells and all that.
It was for like crazy winter.
But there were these
construction
giant
going
things.
on. Those would be ridiculous.
Our buddy called them the LeBrons. Just big old black hands.
I got a pair of trail find, like somebody just lost their gloves. They're like running gloves, where you can like still use your phone and everything.
Oh, really?
And like,
But
not
most-
that I'm riding, but like walking the dog, I'd never have an issue.
The defeats do them for a year or two.
Yeah.
Then that stuff wears out.
Yeah.
I want to find whatever they're putting on there and like have a business that just sells like tins of that you could dip whatever fucking glove you want.
Somebody in the chat might know, but there is a like you can. It's either like shoe goo or something else with there you can put a little dab of a conductive rubber on your glove and then
Yeah. Why isn't that like?
I need an Apple pencil finger.
I had tried to Google that shit forever and I couldn't find it. I'm like, can I reach out to like Defeat? I'm like, what are you dipping your glove in? Like what are you dipping your glove in, homie? It smells real good.
Wow.
Oh, Nathan's up in here.
Hey, sober up.
Got to ride with Nathan on Sunday.
Cheers. Have a couple beers. Sober up.
Is it? No, that's Richard. I think I got a photo of Nate.
Mm,
Oh, there he is drinking his water bottle.
he's in the back. Yeah, super tall Nathan. Yeah, Nathan in the back. If you look at his fat bike, he has the most elite fat bike setup. It's the white jacket He has a fork-mounted machete for trail maintenance.
Oh, is that what that is right there?
Yep, it's a quick draw machete.
Nice.
It's the greatest fat bike upgrade, offered only once to Super Tall Nathan.
Well, it makes sense because I know the ride he was doing the day before, he was going down those power lines that we've done in the summer, but he said it was the grass and the water was all underneath the snow, and it was like, I think he bailed on trying to make it all the way. But
Yeah, and then wonderful Ben Grom from the bike shop is in the red coat, and he's riding my fat bike. He got to do this first.
Oh, really? That's his. They can't tell where you're ponying. This is not that kind of level of.
Oh, it's not.
This is not a conference call.
Oh shoot.
But yeah, he's in the
anyway
red orangish jacket.
But yeah, there's the fork bag, and I shove the down coat in there, and just in case things. I would put the coat that Ben has on. He's the one that cooked himself. He literally fried his brain.
He went home early, yeah.
But I'd put that coat in the bag. So, also, like, one of the coolest things in winter is, like, you rode back at night. Like, we don't text a lot. We run into each other all the time, but we don't text that much. But you.
Yeah, why not?
I don't know. You don't love me that much.
I'm waiting. Fucking leaving me on red.
Dot. But you stopped by the shop and
oh yeah, stopped by the shop.
You,
Ben got off.
You guys
to
went,
Missing Falls.
had dinner and rode home, and you were like, "That was amazing," because it was fresh snow.
And it was snowing like crazy.
Dark,
beautiful.
And everybody was scared and went home, and you had the whole North Akron and Cuyahoga Falls to yourself, and like. You know, you're out there and you're feeling it, and it's like, wow, this is beautiful. You take out your down jacket, have a beer, or whatever you prefer, and just walk around and enjoy the snow, because you have extra stuff with you. It's great. But on cheap gloves, the next thing we've been getting these, and I got these at the shop. They're $35. They have leather, so you could Brooks proof hide them or snow seal the back or something if you wanted extra stuff. But
they're still lined.
Yeah, it's got.
I think I put them on when we were at Missing
fuzzy
Falls
fleece.
The other day,
but these are $35, and they're like it's goat skin.
These look kind of like the stuff that because Ronnie Romance sells. Like, are they deer skin ones that are kind of like this?
Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah, these are just a more simple one, but I got these this year because. Like these and and basic pogies, yeah, you can go down to 15 or something. And I also do like on the sportier side, we do some 45 North. These are the Sturmfist 5, so it's their first insulated glove. That is a higher tech version of this.
Wow, those almost feel warmer.
Yeah, those are actually curved. Yeah, these go up higher. They've got a Velcro closure if you like that.
And they have the snot rag.
Yeah, they got this. Oh yeah, a lot of.
Some people
gloves.
don't know this, but the soft material on the outside of the thumb.
Yeah, don't touch that.
I didn't. I was gonna put it on my nose. That's stupid. Mine are. That's one of the problems with these sealskin ones. It's not as discreet as like my old.
Oh, it's the suede.
Yeah, it's very noticeable and disgusting.
Yeah, the fuzzier the thumb can be on a glove, the more snot you can absorb.
One thing too, I think I'd say my complaint with all the lobsters I've owned is the Velcro closure to tighten them up. You can do one, but then once you put the other one on, your other glove can't fucking grab that thing. Like,
oh yeah, it needs to be lobster.
You can't grab it with once one glove. Your other hand is like, nope. Yeah, anyways, they all do it. Every pair I've owned or seen has that like Velcro thing, and it's like, yeah, it's great for the first glove, but the second glove, you have a glove
That's
on.
That's a hilarious.
Yeah.
Hilarious review. Lobster able Velcro.
What PSI? And off subject, but interesting question.
It's you gotta get a mobile pressure gauge. Generally, they only goes to 15 or so you can actually tell what pressure you have. and you have to let your tires be at temperature. I've fat bike rode once, and I put, before I knew enough about pressures, and I put 10 in, and then threw the bike in the back of my truck, went to the mountain bike trail, and it was like 12.
Oh, because
And my tires had 1 psi on the rim, so I had to use those terrible Metro Parks pumps that don't get maintained to get 3 psi so I could ride.
Sometimes I've had problems. There's been a lot of
yeah,
problems.
because they get
Vandalized.
vandalized all the time.
Anyways.
Yeah. Can we get a maintenance
Whiskey
contract
6,
for
haven't
that?
seen you in here for a while.
What?
For the
Tanya,
pumps?
what's up? Well, they're talking. But also,
Look.
oh, David said 3M makes a dip. I didn't know that anyone was making the dip. I can't compete against 3M, so there goes my whole business strategy. Anyways.
I thought it was
Gotta
only
keep-
Skull.
Gotta keep keep taking these stupid photos. Sam said
When
dip
I
your
dip,
glove.
you dip, we dip. I put my hands up on your hip. And I dip, we dip with yours. Put mine. Don't know and rolling ground.
All right, that was okay.
Too much?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just enough, but let's not get to too much. Sam Diaz said, "Dip your gloves in super glue. Works every time." Well, I couldn't dip and but dab super
Yeah.
glue. Does that work?
That's why I threw it out to you guys, because I heard something like that. But does it crack? That's what I.
Could be up.
Because it's pretty. Super glue's kind of.
Speaking of Ben Grom from the shop, he was talking about a bike shop that he loved in Chicago. Do you remember the name of it? Sam's from Chicago. I was curious if Sam. I was like, I have one bike friend in Chicago.
Trofino?
It was an Italian. No, it's the name of the city that hosted the Olympics. Turin.
Torino.
No, it was the American version. It was called Turin, I believe. Torino is the Italian word for the city. Everybody else calls it Turin for some reason, but I think the bike shop is called Turin. Anyways, he said the front was all cool Italian stuff, then he went in the back and it was all the cool stuff like that we're into, like more alt cycling type stuff. Anyways, let me know, Sam. I probably won't see it for about an hour.
But yeah,
That's how far behind we are.
Yeah, 3.8 4-inch tires, probably 5 to 6. At pressure, sometimes you can run lower depending on how smooth the snow is.
Yeah, today I actually rode down to the post office. Still rode the studded tire bike, even though it was mostly clear. But then I hit a couple back alleys that were like that I wanted to ride, and everyone always asks about the studs. But at least with the grab dolls, that's what they're like, because they're more of a commuter tire designed for. It's like when you hit that stuff where you're still kind of breaking through to the pavement is when they really do their best. It's that extra confidence. And of course they have an aggressive rubber tread that does well out in the snow. When you get into super deep snow, you get to the point where, like when I'm riding the Route 8 gravel, the tires, I feel almost it gets to the point where like, it doesn't matter so much. I'm just like 5 miles an hour balancing myself to stay up on a 26-inch mountain bike anyways,
Yeah.
26-inch wheel mountain bike. But
And that, like, groomed trails around, I guess.
Groom trails have like a
I
limit,
haven't
right?
talked that much about fat bikes.
Groom trails don't, like I know when we were up in Michigan, there's groom, because we saw it in the summer and we didn't understand it.
It has to be 3.8 4-inch minimum.
They won't let you go and
Yeah, no
ride
plus
skinny tire
bikes.
Yeah.
None of that. Like, we have in stock stud tires that like you can mountain bike as Tim does, or Large Marge. Apparently, he has 5 psi in his 2.2s, which you always wonder why your tires don't hold sealant. But the sidewalls are wrecked.
What's the point of being able to run lowest PSI if it just
supple?
ruins the tires?
Supple.
Yeah.
It's supple.
Anyways, I still run them because they're still the best tires.
Yeah, but yeah, you want the big
Oh, Sam did
open tread stud tire. You can have fun on pavement. 1 to 3 inches of snow on the roads is amazing as you experience. It's like you're just like surfing on snow. It's kind of like that unplowed neighborhood 1 to 3 inches is kind of what fat biking is like, where you just like it's it's quiet and smooth, and you're rolling through stuff, and it's really great. But the stud tires, you can do that on any bike. Even sometimes a skinny stud tire, you can cut through deep snow if you need to just get somewhere.
We've had that happen where, and I've watched YouTube videos like with Lucas Brunel where he's just bombing through the streets of Boston, and there's like 3 inches of snow on the ground, and he's riding a road bike, and he is cutting through, and it's like I think he runs like, I don't know, he runs like high pressure skinny tires still, and they're working in those conditions.
Yeah.
But then we've talked about it when we were doing like the industrial gravel a few years ago, and our buddy Albert was riding, who owns Akron Coffee. He was riding a cross check, right?
Yep.
And he had what, like 35s?
Yeah.
And we were all struggling, and he was cutting right through the snow and just bombing around. But this is what I always say is like snow. Like they say the Eskimos have like 150 words for snow. I don't remember the number. There's some. You've heard that, right? Like Eskimos have 150 words. It's true. Like bike riders, cyclists, we need like 150 words for snow. My one video about like riding back, like the time I rode with Marge you were talking about, where I was like, the ride home was so rad. Then I'm riding on the towpath with all fresh snow. I had ridden like the gravel out there, and then I came back to the neighborhoods where the cars had been on it, and it's what bike messengers call brown sugar. There's nothing you can do but try and pick up speed and keep it straight, because you have no traction. And again, doesn't matter what you're riding, and a fat bike might help a little bit, but at that point, snow, it's like Jan says about
Helps a
gravel.
lot, but it does matter.
Yeah, snow, when you get to that packed snow that slips on snow in the low 20s, it doesn't, and not a lot helps. Like, again, a wider tire could make a bit of a difference just to give you more leverage. But again, and then you get snow with ice under it. You get snow with, it's just, everyone asks me these questions, and I'm like, snow is not snow. Like, there's a million kinds of road conditions that you come upon. Anyways,
And then slush.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and then people are also asking about cheap stuff for hands. If you watch any video of people riding in New York City, look at what the bike messengers are doing, or not the bike delivery guys, because they're not working up any sweat.
Bubble wrap.
They bubble wrap
big
around
bubble wrap.
cardboard and all that stuff. They're all handmade.
Bob
They're all-
Bobbitt, God bless his soul, he invented bubble wrap. Well, he didn't invent them, but he ran bubble wrap bar mitts before it was a
JC,
thing.
you know, the bike messengers doing the foot hang. Like, they all have homemade. They just make their own bar mitts. It's like packing tape, bubble wrap. Yeah, like you said, I don't know what the other stuff in there is, but anyways.
But yeah, and that's it is you know, I think everybody has some clue that I love fat bikes because they're wonderful and a very great safe mountain bike in the summer, and then yeah, riding like, I don't know if you can see Tony's picture on packed down snow. It's just delightful rocket ship. But the big thing, Large brought it up, and we really felt it the night Tim was talking about with the cross check and stuff, is if you have real deep snow, or that like the snowball snow,
Wet snow. Wetter snow. Yeah.
If
Packing snow, that's the word.
packing, there it is.
Make a snow fort, make a snowman.
Yeah. So that kind of snow, like a fat bike is far from or if you got a bunch of snow and it warms up just a bit and it gets that real wet, because it's bigger and you have to break through all that snow, because originally what happened is people would ride on packed down snow, and the fat bike basically reduces your surface pressure over the giant surface area of the footprint of the tire, like a rolling snowshoe. So you can ride on, packed snow and not cut in.
Yeah.
Because it's just lowering the amount of weight on each bit of snow. So, which is how I didn't quite fall through that one pond until I got to the 1 inch thick. If I was on a regular bike, I would have fallen a lot earlier and it would have been as deep.
Yeah.
That would have been a good thing. But yeah, fat bikes are amazing, but deep wet snow, you're in for a big workout.
There's other times where I'm riding my Trek. It's the 2001 26-inch wheel. I think the Graveos are 2.1s, right? And it's like that wet snow in the fat bike. It's the level of wet snow that the fat bikes are kind of breaking through. It's probably how deep it is at that point. And then what I have to do is ride in their, what they're breaking up out in the. This is when we do like a bike path ride out to Kent. But then it's so much concentration because I'm sitting there and staying in the path that someone already rode, and I only have like less than an inch on either side. And when I get there, it's like I'm exhausted mentally. So it's
Yeah, because the mountain bike trails now, because it's been below 30 for a week, are all open. But they're like, get the fat bikers in there. They want the big 5-inch tires to smash down and pack it down, and then you can ride a 2 to 3-inch tire, even just a knobby tire. Stud tire's better, but through there, it's sweet.
I was thinking of trying to get to Hampton today, and I didn't make it happen.
Yeah, Kelly was trying to go yesterday. Maybe we'll go tomorrow.
Who was it? Someone went out to East Rim today. I was looking at their Strava, one of our buddies, CJ, and he said slowest East Rim loop ever. So I guess it was still pretty tough. But like I was saying, Andy White said a couple days ago that it was still wet underneath there. So
yeah,
I'm
like the
guessing
little mud
in.
puddles just are ice.
And what did we get last night? About 1.5 inches, maybe.
Yeah.
On top of it, but it's so
that
cold.
Weird.
That snow just. It's not even.
Yeah,
it's been
right just away. Blowing off. Yeah. Things.
What Nathan said. So what's the name for the hum squeak riding on fresh snow?
Hum squeak?
When you ride on fresh snow, you get that weird. You know what I mean? I know exactly what he means. Yeah.
Oh.
Especially from fat bikes. It was funny. Cool. I tried to ask him a question, but he was riding his fat bike with the studded tires. I think he just put those on there, right? And he emailed me today, and he was like, "I think I might have heard what you said, but with this fat bikes are already loud." Like just on pavement in the summer.
And studs are already loud.
So we had a parking deck and we're going up on the roof. And then I tried to ask him a question, and then it's doubly, then it's echoing in so. Yeah, Bicyclette, I'm trying to remember. He's in Cincinnati or Dayton. So yeah, they just got hit. For you guys, I was talking to Donald, who was in here earlier, how different it is between up until
legit front and not lake effect.
Yeah, how until the last couple of days when the storm hit them, how they're like, it's a different world up there. So our friends who are like an hour and a half drive south of us had nothing, and we were all doing snow rides, But that wind out of the north changes everything here. I mean, it changes our season completely. If it comes straight down.
And we're in a weird spot because we're not in the snow belt, but we're like 15-minute drive.
It doesn't take long to get to a place that just gets dumped on constantly, but
and
like Buffalo.
And
but we're not, so just 15, 20 miles from us, it can be like Buffalo, and we can be completely dry if the wind's coming across the state this way. But it goes north, and then we can get like a foot in a couple hours if it really like starts coming right across the lake.
Well, that's what happened a little before Christmas. I don't know, a week or two, but we got big snow and just a huge lake effect warning was all that, and Kelly and I had the day off, so we took our fat bikes up to Punderson State Park. It's like northeast of us, southeast of Cleveland, and but it's in that perfectly in the.
Tell this. I know this story, but I'm going to take a leak, so tell them this story. Yeah.
But it's perfectly in the snow belt because Lake Erie's up here, and this just just blows down from there, and this state park kind of between Cleveland and Youngstown, they have trails and they groom it, which right now, if you have a fat bike, they're groomed right now. You should go ride that because it's amazing. It's like a snow roller coaster, and but we went up there and they got at least a foot that night, in one night, and we went up there and they hadn't even groomed it yet, but we rode in kind of like what the pictures we showed, 3 inches of snow on all the state park roads, and it just was smooth and delightful, just rolling all through the park on this nice snow, super quiet, cool scenes with the lake. And then as we got back to the car, like to load our bikes because it's about an hour away. The next level of the lake effect hit, and it went white out on the way home, and we're like white knuckle driving to Kent to try to get pizza, and but then they got another foot of snow in 4 hours the next night, and then we had 2 inches here.
Yeah, we had.
And they had 2 feet, and it's
an hour, different world.
An hour away.
Like they were saying, Detroit got almost nothing, but Detroit doesn't. The way they.
Oh, because they're at the.
Yeah.
They're through the middle, like the middle of the state of Michigan. Like all that lake effect will dissipate.
Yeah, drop.
And they're on the west side of Erie, so it's not quite the same.
I totally get that going riding. That's one of the reasons I've never invested in a fat bike, is because our last.
Because you're skinny as shit.
Well, but like I would like it for winter riding only, as my size.
Yeah.
But the last few years I would have touched it like 3 times. So I'm like, I just do the studded tires, whereas on Sunday I would have.
Well, yeah, and that's like.
I would have loved to have a fat bike, but it wasn't like.
What was Erin riding?
She's riding a CAD 3. I just pulled that up right when you said that. Is that a CAD 3?
I don't know. That was Erin.
You should know because you gave it to her.
I think it's CAD. I think it. Yeah. Well, no, but it's not my bike. It's
a '90s Cannondale.
My brother Jared. I think it's a CAD 1.
CAD 1. Yeah.
But it was the. That was my younger brother Jared's dream bike in 1993.
Oh, so it is a 9. Yeah, because it's got the wishbone.
Yeah.
Rear.
It's got the pepperoni fork.
I think there is a closer picture of it.
But it was like their highest end mountain hardtail mountain bike back then.
Timothy Burgess
He bought it
subscribed
and
to the channel.
never built it. But yeah, my friend Brian Marsh and Aaron.
She runs her setup is almost the same as mine, because it's 45 North Grabdells, and now she put the Bell Orange granola bars on there.
But the devil keeps her warm.
What does that mean?
Look at the drivetrain.
Oh, it's one by bullshit.
I set you up. You just walked into that one.
Yeah. And 4 people know that joke, but the 2 that matter.
The devil's drivetrain?
Yeah, it's kind of.
You're backing off?
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
I would never back off.
Yeah.
There's I have an emoji for it.
Yeah. Nice.
For anyone who doesn't know, we're talking about one ring up front. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm running 3 up front. But the bike setup is pretty similar. 26-inch vintage mountain bikes with. Is that bike aluminum with steel fork also?
Aluminum fork.
Aluminum fork? They put aluminum fork. She handed it to me over the wall. It's in the members only video. And when I set it down, she's like, "Pretty light, huh?" And I was like, "It is. It is pretty freaking
Yeah,
light."
no, that bike is. I mean, I don't know if she enjoys. She mostly rides it with the stud tires, so I don't know if she's ridden it with fast tires yet. But
she did originally.
That bike can be extremely light.
But then she bought the Timberjack, so now it's her mountain bike. So this is now more her snow bike.
Mm.
But the same with me with my Trek. Once she put the granola bars on there, she was like, "Now I like this bike," and she never quite liked it before. She kept trying to make it work, but
yeah, I think we should. My favorite thing with the sweep bars is to go a really long, angled up stem to get it up really high, and then the other thing with I'm pointing at the picture of Aaron's handlebars.
I could use the mouse to not
is so she's rubber grips there. But yeah, you can do the foam grips, but then on the bar ahead, you wrap that with a foam bar tape, and then you can move forward and backwards. Or if you're hot, you can hold the bars up there and it'll cool you off because it's freaking freezing. But if you are riding in more technical stuff where you want to mountain bike and keep your pointer fingers on there, you can wrap a little bar tape on the levers.
And they also make
brake
rubber
levers.
grips, I think, or silicone grips people put on them.
There's some little. You can get little neoprene things they've made from time to time. Lizard Skins used to do it. I don't know who does it now. But also silicone tape
I think Large is into it.
Yeah, because Large parked his bike outside, and so the bike and the bar mitts are really cold. So, yeah, if you're technical and keep your finger on the brake, like they freeze because they touch the front of your bar mitts, so the wind gets you. And that's yeah, the wind gets you. So,
What's up, Dimitri? Yeah, you're not getting the snow up there in Toronto either this year, right? Yeah, I think they're getting cold weather, but it's just the snow is not hitting those parts of the continent because he's in Canada.
Yeah, fat bikes on paved trails. Well, I like Schwalbe Jumbo Jims. They're a fast rolling, all around tire, and tubeless. That like my 4-inch fat tires. I rode it. I've ridden it. I guess I rode it 47 miles with Kelly on the towpath and paved, and I'm like, this is not like my fast bike. Like it's not like your Tamland or whatever. But I'm like this bike's not holding me back. It's as fast as like a basic hybrid or a comfort bike or a towpath bike or whatever.
Yeah, I think I agree with. If you look at a modern fat bike and you say it's a lot of work, it's still probably faster than your '90s mountain bike.
Yeah, and like in the summer, my thing is I'm learning to mountain bike as an older adult. I don't want to crash, so a bigger tire is safer, and I'm doing mountain bike trails at a slower speed, and with more tire, I can navigate the rocks and the roots at a slower speed safely with that, where if I'm on a 2-inch, I'm going to hit and tip, hit, tip, hit, and tip.
I've said this about like old school mountain bike trails, and I know people get mad at me. I would rather ride a fat bike on those old school mountain bike trails. West Branch, some of the New England stuff that is so brutal and techy that everyone's like, yeah, full suspension. I'm like, full suspension is for going fast. These are slow, techy trails. I'm like, again.
Yeah, no, because then
people rode them back in the day on, I get it, this bike, but it's not fun. It's just not fun. No. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, it's just not fun. Like, what did Bike Press say? Even in my super slow snow climate, I find it hard to justify purchasing a fat bike. It only gets used for a few months. I just rent them now. That makes sense too, to rent them when you want to use them, or yeah.
Yeah, I see that, but I think
you need the village. You haven't the village bicycle.
The village bicycle. Oh my God.
As the not kids say.
But yeah, but Bike Breath. I'd say. I don't know if you've tried tubeless. Tubeless with a good tire is and a not big tread.
I've heard about, Tony was saying how having tubes in that bike was so slow.
Yeah.
And how it was like noticeably like.
Yeah, well, that's just the tires that came with the bike. So maybe he'll give a review. Yeah, those are the Maxxis tires. They're mountain biking fat tires. So if you want to shred the gnar, that tire is beefy. But then we just put tubes in it because this is one I loan out to friends. But yeah, a beefy tire with big knobs and a tube is a lot of work. Other than like groomed snow or sand or stuff like that.
I do like your whole slick fat.
Oh, fatty slicks?
Yeah.
Does anybody rock the fatty slicks?
I think I've never met anyone besides you who rocks fatty slicks.
Oh, all right.
I think there's been a couple comments, but Rob in real life said, "Well, see you." Well.
Well. This is a good whelp conversation. Yeah.
Bedford equals fat bikes.
Yeah. Fatty slicks is another option for summer fat biking. If you're not a mountain biker, but you like just a lot of comfort, and you live in flat places, don't get a shock hybrid. Just get a fat bike and put slick tires on it, and it is delightful. 10-15 psi on a slick tire, and it's just like this, like it's ridiculous. And then you can skid the back tire, and it sounds like a car peeling out. So it's like it's really good. I love it. Yeah, fatty slicks are wonderful.
I was trying to figure out a way. There used to be a way to gift memberships on here, and I can't remember where it is. Anyways, let's see.
The only thing left to talk about clothing-wise was the dome piece.
Wait, before you leave this topic, don't you get crazy self-steering with fat slicks?
Sometimes. I pushed the boundaries this year, and I ran there's one tire, it was a 4.5 V rubber Apache slick, that was totally slick in 4.5, and yes, that had a mountain of self steer, and older, cheaper fat tires on pavement have quite a bit of self steer. But if you're getting self steer, run your PSI a little higher. Gone riding 13, 15 to 19 PSI. That's
jumbo 2.6 to 3. That would be crazy, right? What?
Jumbo Jims are a 4-inch, 4 to 4.8 tire.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Jumbo
like,
Jim?
Yeah, those are my favorite fat tires.
Oh, okay.
From Schwalbe. That 15 might be over. Schwablies. 15 might be over the max rating of your rim. Be careful about that. But yeah.
All right, Christopher. Good night.
10 to 15 is usually the max for like pavement riding, but always unless you're a really big person, like well over 250, be careful with that over 15 psi.
17 psi and 2.6. That seems legit. I mean, God.
Yeah,
2.1s I'm running like 35.
Yeah, there's calculators and but it also in the winter it matters when the tire's cold, because you could put 17 and then it goes down to 8. So
I noticed it, because that's what I think that's probably why I've noticed in my Gravdels. I'll put in like 30 or 35, but then I walk out the door and they like feel nice and cushy because they're,
once it freezes.
Yeah. Talk about your.
Hat stuff. But yeah, hat stuff. Pretty much.
Hat stuff. It's the opposite of butt stuff.
All right, we're in party elf ears hat now. Sponsored by Missing Falls.
Kenny told me to say that.
He
paid me to say that.
Biker bar. And maybe it's a function of me overdressing most of the time.
This is your night shit, yeah.
My night shit? I look. Oh yeah.
You walked out the one time and I was like, "You look like the knight from Indiana Jones."
Oh no, yeah, and I look like the knight. Yeah, I look like Holy Grail or stuff like that. Yeah,
that's the same thing.
Indiana Jones.
Yeah, in the Holy
same
Grail.
guy.
Yeah, he's in the.
They
third
stole
one
their
too.
look. Monty Python.
Oh, Holy Grail. What?
I thought you were releasing some cutting edge.
I'm just drunk. What's the name of the third Indiana Jones? Last Crusade.
We weren't supposed to pregame before tonight.
Oh, I did. I had 2. What happened to the other 2 beers that you were supposed to bring?
Okay, but that was a while ago. I had a couple beers and sobered up before I came.
I've never worn one of these.
That was a toll.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, this is my favorite. We got them at the shop, but it's just super light wool balaclava. You can pull it up over your nose when you're cold. This one has a mouth hole. Doesn't really do anything.
Don't put that down there.
Don't touch that. Yeah. But yeah, just super. This is what I wear the most. Like.
Really?
Yep.
But you don't wear a
under
cap?
30. Nope. No, feel because it's too. Well, sorry. Yeah, it's like your base. It's like a base layer
The
fabric.
Greasy is the greatest winter cap of all time.
But I it is. It's our top seller, 45 North Greasy cap, 2 sizes. It's thick. It's amazing.
Do you remember when we went into that bar in Barberton? It was the Green Diamond, and they're like, "Oh, you're all wearing the same hat."
Oh, we got a uniform.
Yeah. We're like, what?
There's 6 of us all wearing the same hat.
And you're a bunch of fat drunks just sitting at the bar. What's the problem?
Yeah. But yeah, the 45 North. Yeah, anything under 40 is perfect.
No offense going riding. I didn't mean it like that. They're just sitting around eating food, and we rode our bikes there.
Yeah, they're throwing shade.
Yeah.
But zestycomebacks.tim.com.
Yeah.
But the greasy for me I wear glasses, and so it like as you got a warmer cap for really cold,
Yeah.
it let some wind in, and I've got a bad neck, so the visor doesn't work for me anymore.
Ah, yeah. So this is the greasy, the 45 North, the one that most of us swear by because it covers your ears.
It's classy.
But when you walk in a place, you could do this and like not look too crazy. It looks kind of like something they'd wear in North Dakota.
Maybe we won't go with not too crazy.
Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, but it's a normal looking cap.
This is the cap to like 25, maybe 26 for me.
It's wonderful. Or a cold rain ride.
Yeah.
Because you got the visor to keep rain out of your eyes.
And it's all wool, so yeah, you can wear it up into warmer temperatures where it's not driving you crazy. But I was saying, like, once it got into the teens, this wasn't cutting it and how my forehead hurt. And I know some people love the goggles. Yeah. Then Ben told me about the, and I think it's a wool blend. What is this one called? The Stovetop or something?
I don't know.
But this one has been a game changer for what we've had.
But yeah, the skull
lately,
cap, when if you get the freeze...
Ice cream headache, yeah.
Yeah. What he said. If you get that, the greasy with the cap doesn't protect right there. So a skull cap, like oh wow, I just released my ridiculous hair that I...
This one also, just so you guys know, because I have to wear glasses when it's cold, has like the holes so you could still...
Yeah, clear safety glasses, which are great for night riding, suggest them, but they work good for making your eyes not tear up in the wind. So that has eyeglass, but I'll
that one's called the 45 North Pine Cone.
Pine cone. Festive pine cone. But yeah, this is just a thin wool cap, double layer.
That's a wolf tooth?
It's they make it, but we have smart wool ones and surly ones at the shop that are a little nicer than this, but this is just a cheap double layer wool cap. But anyway, but the balaclava is my move because no wind goes down the throat. Nothing in the sides of the ears. You can pull it over your nose. You can put it under your chin, depending on how you're feeling. When I shave, I keep it right under my bottom lip so I don't fog up my glasses. But that's my favorite thing.
That makes total sense. I go with the thing you pull over your neck. What do you call it? Buff? Oh, that's a buff right there.
Yeah. So the other way people go is do whatever your cap of choice. I still like merino wool because your head just vents all the time, so I like something really thin so I can sweat out my head.
I think the greasy is double layered, right?
Yeah, the greasy's warm, so if you like less stuff or your ears don't get that cold, the greasy's great because it just goes on and it can absorb a boatload of sweat and not stink and stuff like that. But lots of people do this, and then if you get cold, you can layer, like this is a super long, just wool buff.
I need to get a wool buff. I only have synthetic
if you're
buffs.
If you're cold, like you can use it as
or if you want to rob a bank.
Yeah, you can. You can do that, but yeah, it's
just rough out there these days.
Yep. So, but then that can be your neck thing, and you can pull it up or put it under your hat. Lots of people like that because you can adjust it for get the heat out.
The reason the buffs are my favorite, and I need a wool one. I only have 2 synthetic ones. Is
we have surly ones on sale?
Yeah, I need to get one. I put it outside even this layer, but under my windbreaker, and I just like that it covers my neck. Mm-hmm. But I hate, and I'm like, I know I'm like different than most people, having my face covered. I don't want anything around my face. The glasses are enough for me, and then the stove. But those times when I do go out and it's brutal, I just do pull it up to like right here for at least the beginning of the ride.
But yeah, and that's like this stuff's thin. Like you don't need that much. I mean, if you're doing, what is it? I did a bike. I did the bike. I did the bike.
I don't know what that is.
The fat bike across Alaska. You know what it's called?
That's
Bike Diderod.
Bike Diderot.
so
like
it's just
that one.
the
Rod,
idea.
Rod did your bike.
So it's like what people do with dogs, but on bikes.
Yeah. Like dogs.
Dog.
Like with dogs.
Dogs. Did I say it like that? What even accent is that? Dogs.
Dogs.
Is that like New England?
Dogs. New Jersey.
New Jersey? Oh, it's like in
New
Jersey.
Jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
But,
New Jersey.
What are you doing about your glasses fogging up, even with the balaclava?
You can't cover your nose.
So you just always wear it down here.
Yeah,
That's why people are loving the
I'll go
ski
here.
goggles because they're made not to fog.
Yeah.
Yeah, ski. I brought some. We're just starting to do. I got some goggles at the shop, like OTG. You know about that OTG? Dave, come on, Dave. You know that you're hip. You with it? You got that OTG? Yeah. So there's goggles, and they have little gaps for the glasses wearers of the community. But the ski people say the more money you spend on goggles, the better you get. Because I tried some cheap goggles, and they're actually Tony's wearing them in the picture on the fat bike.
He didn't like them. He said they were clear, but he said those fogged up.
Yeah, because those I mean, it still helps, and there are anti-fog products or stuff like that, but those
Get right in there on this.
See, they have the little pins on
this Velma loving dude.
Yeah, get in there. Could use a little chapstick. Speaking from someone else who does, but see, they have the little pins on there, and that's a signifier of that they're like a dirt bike or motorsports goggle, because they put that plastic crap on there. You know, ride through a mud puddle, peel it off, and then keep going. So that's the wrong goggles. It's real snow goggles.
Mine are tinted yellow also, Donald. I do Gooder. Gooder puts there's a very slight yellow tint on the Gooders. Oh, so those are right over there. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is OTG, over the glasses. Dave knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, but there's also most mountain bike helmets now are goggles compatible, so they'll like hold the goggles on there like nice, because they're meant to, I guess,
Ryan Ibarra subscribed to the channel.
high speed crashing and mud splattering. But yeah, they got to be big, and I don't know if does anybody have goggle skills of like because Kelly put hers on before your ride, and then her prescription glasses fogged inside the goggles.
Oh, huh. Yeah, this is all beyond me because I don't.
Yeah.
I get it. I think I know Large loves them. You love them, and a bunch of people like forehead, all that stuff. I just go with those Gooders, and like Donald said, they have a slight yellow tint, which is nice, but very slight on the Gooders. At least the ones I have. I used to wear safety goggles. But yeah, like Dave was saying, if you do pull a buff up too far, you'll fog. We all know this from COVID. Doesn't matter. When you cover your mouth and you have glasses, I don't know how you guys survived that era.
Mouth breathing?
You blind bitches.
I developed gills.
Yeah, if that would have lasted a few more years, like Waterworld would have been the way to go.
For antibacterial support.
What, that movie?
Yeah, I don't know Waterworld.
Doesn't move right. That was the worst movie I've ever seen.
Ah, so good.
Why'd they just remake Road Warrior?
You know you want that. You know you want that tattoo.
What? That says what?
I don't know. I thought like the Christ child in the movie had the special tattoo
You
that revealed them to the bad pirates. Or
I watched it once.
Me too.
Kevin Costner. That's
Kevin Costner.
Yeah.
Oh, but in your backpack of survival, a spare buff is really ace, especially if you run warm. You know, if you just go out in just a greasy hat or a stocking cap, you put that buff on and
Or a
it.
button nose and 2 eyes made out of
Yeah.
coal.
Yeah. But the other, wow, you did pregame. I like this.
That was you just said that. Go on.
Wow. Yeah. But the buff, you can, your left foot goes numb. You can shove it down in your boot, your butt.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
That's what you do?
That's the like leg warmers and the buff. Like those are the emergency things for me. Like if it's cold, you can like you forgot your fender and your butt cheeks froze over. Put it under your butt cheeks.
It's like how they used to
sometimes
shove newspapers during the.
Yeah. I don't. For the male body types in the audience, if you try to ride below freezing with just 2 layers on your crotchal zone.
Are you gonna say you put this over your wiener?
Yep. Yeah, you can the end of your wiener bits can get wind froze.
The end?
Yeah.
Talking about the head?
Yes. Yeah.
There's a name for it.
Your penundulum.
The tip.
The frenulum. No, I don't remember the anatomic term. Yeah, especially if you've been circumcised. So.
I hope your niece is not still in here.
What's that?
No,
Ryan's
but anyway,
still not.
wind can freeze your crotch, and so having an old buff or socks or whatever, you can shove it down your pants and be warm.
Large said that's what we call frosted tips.
We'll call it the Justin Timberlake.
Oh, what's up, D'Amico? He said he didn't expect to hear the word wiener tonight. Oh.
Glizzies?
Oh,
Yeah, Glizzy's has kind of taken over.
Yeah.
How about Weenus? Large Marge? Did you expect to hear that
Oh.
tonight? There was a stream where we got...
Yeah?
Was that a stream? Something. We got real into Weenus.
I don't think I've heard that in 15 years.
got real into weenuses.
Got real deep into Weenuses.
But yeah, something gets cold, you can
Front two.
put your leg warmers or arm or buff and
How did you
shove
pronounce
them
his
anywhere.
name before the stream came on?
AJ Jison.
Good job. This is a human anatomy stream. Well, I mean...
No, well,
Yeah.
we're talking about keeping body parts warm.
Yeah,
so
you got to stream somewhere.
yeah, phalanges. It's a lot about phalanges. But yeah, but if you've never done
Wait.
this,
The effects are the only good thing about that movie. The story is the weak part. I mean, they pulled off the effects. It was the most expensive movie ever made.
yeah, I thought
was
I thought that houseboat was really sweet though.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
No,
that was
saying-
your houseboat.
I thought the effects worked. The whole problem was
Yeah.
the story and everything
What
else.
what effects
and the dialogue.
What effects were horrible? I don't remember the special effects. I thought
I'm
it
saying
was.
they weren't. They were good.
I
They,
thought
like,
it was
built,
just
like, it
Kevin
was like a
Costner
$2
diving in the
billion
thong
movie.
with a rope.
Yeah. I'm just saying places lost. No offense. We've agreed on most things in life. This, I think you're backwards on. The effects were good.
You talking about the same movie?
Waterworld?
Waterworld?
Yeah. They
They're
pulled
just
it off.
It's like a
Explosions.
jungle gym on a raft.
It looked like
Where'd those $2 billion go? The gills at the end?
it looked like a Waterworld. The story was garbage.
Wouldn't fog his goggles.
It was like when he gets out on land, he's like, I can't stay here. It just doesn't move right. And you're like, you felt embarrassed for the person who wrote the line. Like, that was the problem. Like, I'm like, I didn't write this and I feel bad. Like, this is not fair. This is not fair what you just did to me. You made me feel gross as a human. Anyway.
If you had gills, you'd feel better.
I can't believe there's 145 people watching your wiener stream. Oh, now we're even for your long opinions on Waterworld.
Yeah.
Anyway.
If you have other extremities that are cold, shove a buff down on it.
Yeah,
Neck gaiter.
an Audi. I found a way to shut you up.
Son of a bitch. Yeah, but yeah, the bag. Have a bag with a couple things you can.
Who was the woman in Waterworld? Keep talking. Ignore me. No, don't answer that question. Answer the questions.
But an old sock, like one time I was having a real bad day on just my left foot, and I had an extra pair of socks, and I just stuck the sock in my boot, and it was warmer. And like it's just resources and then you have those with you, and you enjoy the weather. Man, there's something else I was thinking of. But yeah, if you live where it's cold, you've got resources, and most people have stuff already. You just get some things, put on a couple layers, and have a bag to adjust.
You did a really good job. Wiener Gator.
Waterworld, yeah, Waterworld versus Frozen Tips. I don't know what's the more cutting edge topic.
What are you looking for?
Oh, I thought I had some other
Oh,
stuff.
some other goodies.
Goodies. Those are bike bags. Talk about bike bags. Oh, this is the portion of the program where we should be sponsored by Missing Falls. I think we have one more round.
They are willing to overserve. I don't know if that was supposed to be on the
Oh,
script.
a fake eye on Dennis Hopper? We need a picture
Oh,
of this
yeah.
fake eye.
That's the picture that
Yeah, I think.
Dennis. How did they get Dennis Hopper to do this movie?
Are they seeing you scroll through these pictures?
No. There we go.
Oh, okay.
There you go, guys.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
It's funny that was their prediction because
Oh!
what ended up
It's
happening.
Deb from Napoleon Dynamite.
Because what's going to end up happening is the world's going to dry up in a crust with the way we're going. Like the idea that water would overtake.
Yeah, opposite day.
Oh wait, no, I guess the polar ice caps melt and we're underwater. Oh, they were right.
It's gonna happen.
Oh, so Dennis Hopper and
We're
his
ahead
eye
of their
thing
time.
is the prediction. Oh, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, the little girls, the caboodles.
I've never seen them. Oh, that's her.
Napoleon Dynamite, yeah. That's awesome. Oh, I love Napoleon Dynamite. Shocks, pegs, Lucky.
We're not getting a vegan cyclist tonight. Or
Point.
Doozer. We're not talking about either of them tonight.
Yeah.
I thought you had something else in your bag of goodies you were going for.
Oh, I don't know. I think we have one more drink though.
Oh yeah. Hook it up.
In the fridge. Edmund's here.
I'm not.
It's
Oh, is he
Edmund
back?
time. Come here, buddy.
Where has he been?
Oh.
Did he just make a little noise?
The viewers are gonna spike. Look at this fuzz beast.
Wait, look into the camera. This guy. What are the ones that Pathless Pedal runs, Eddie? He runs those really light. He brought up Poggies. He runs those really thin ones. I mean, he's in Spain now, but he even wore them in shoulder seasons.
They were a small company. I don't know. It all depends on your bars. Sweet bars, the Towny bar mitts, which we stock because those, they're big. They're kind of like little atmospheres. But can I grab it?
Yeah. Well, if you're still talking about the Poggies.
Yeah, these guys. Oh, that is. You can vent it.
Yeah. But that's more made for the adjustability of how tight you do it around the Towny bar.
Yeah. So yeah, these guys, the Towny bar mitts, they're a lot, but you can have a full sweep back bar inside there, and the openings big, but you can adjust them and set them back far so they're nice and comfortable. But if it's cold, you put your hand in there and it's just delightful. Like it's warm. You're not feeling the wind and the rain and all that crap. So it's 10-15 degrees different. It's really nice.
Early on, someone asked about this. We were talking about it a little bit after the Yeti ride. Have you seen these?
Oh yeah,
What do you
the
call them?
mesh.
The mesh base layers, and
Yeah.
they're saying how well they work. I've never. Have you?
Yeah, well that's I was gonna think about that because middle of the lake Strava guy Ryan, he
Have you seen these, Dave?
What?
it's
they're
like
these-
a fishnet stocking.
It looks like
base layer.
what Paul Cinnamon from the Clash would wear, in like
It
a
looks
punk
like
rock
the
thing.
leg
It's like
in
you see
Christmas
nipples
Story.
and everything, but they're saying how they're warmer than merino base layers touching your skin, and there's all these. They're just. Are they silk?
I don't know.
No, I don't. But they're just like these huge gaps in these base layers.
It's like fishnet stockings, but
Yeah, like fishnet stock.
But that's again to step back to wool or regular base layers is it's really nice to be able to go on a nice winter ride and then go get food and then and not look like a stripper when you take your jacket off.
Yeah.
Because
Well, for starters,
it's real. I mean, it's some serious creepy skin show if you are wearing one of
So
those.
for people who haven't seen this, this is what it looks like, and the gaps are like. Is there a zoom in like of the cross section?
It's just nipples.
Yeah.
They're gonna protect the nipples for your anatomical
Like
followers of
well,
the
like
stream.
they say, is like having air is a huge part of staying warm. That's what down does so well. There's the law. Down does no good if it's still compressed. Your sleeping bags, all that stuff. That's why your bottom needs the bottom underneath your sleeping bag or your sleeping mat, whatever.
Don't
needs to
tell
be
me
up
about
off
my
the ground.
bottom.
Yeah, it needs. But yeah, they're
I just
great.
entered the sponsor to the Missing Falls portion program.
Yeah.
But yeah, no doubt. But I'm not wearing it because
Yeah.
I want that. That's like the.
Well, no one's gonna see it.
That's a workout level thing where I want something just that can do 95% of that but looks normal.
Yeah.
That's
50 Frame Builder
my
said how
criteria.
much your cold riding, weather riding stuff is cycling specific. I'm only probably at 50%. Like, and that's what we've kind of been talking about. There are certain benefits to cycling specific. I almost find it more so in summer. Like, I would try to wear cutoff jeans and I just destroyed them. My cycling shorts now have lasted me for years, and not tight cycling shorts, shorts that look normal.
Yeah.
And same thing in the winter. There's stuff that'll do like this. This is not. I could wear this, but I love the features of cycling specific stuff. And again, not roadie stuff.
Yeah,
But-
I think that's a really good question. Because the cycling specific stuff is pretty good. You don't need it,
No, you don't need it.
but you need like I mentioned Surly the Surly wool stuff that we've done, like that jersey, like it has a pocket in the back. I never use that.
Oh, you don't? I use it all the time.
I'll use it for a cell phone, like if it's freezing.
I'll use it to take off those thin defeat
Oh, yeah.
gloves and shove them in there.
Yeah, because then,
cell
but then it
phone.
hangs. It's cut low, which does cover your butt, but then like anything I put in is like hanging outside of my
That's the
coat
best
and
part of
jacket.
it is the cut, like the lower cut in the
Yeah,
back.
drop tail,
Yeah.
I
drop
like
tail.
that, even just for work.
But yeah, drop tail. You need a long, cause you will, like people who wear jean jackets or regular jackets, Aaron Novak, you see his butt far too much on our videos, cause he'll wear a nice jacket, but it's not a drop tail, and so, but again, it's if you nothing's wrong with strippers. The thing that's wrong is me dressing like a stripper, because it's like you need sunglasses because I'm a pale.
You're not
POS.
supposed to see it. It's supposed to be underneath. It's supposed
Yeah.
to be a base layer.
Yeah, but it's if I was gonna do, I did a bike or
Did
something.
you crack that last beer?
Yeah.
You're drinking the New England?
Yeah.
I'm doing the Holiday Spice cider?
Yeah, you can't feel anything.
It'll probably be good. They do good ciders, so it'll probably be fine.
Their seltzers and ciders are wonderful.
As long as the
It's-
spice isn't overboard.
We sniffed at the same time. Jinx.
Oh, this is good. Oh, yeah.
Well, this is the classic can.
This is bringing the holidays right back. What day of the week is it?
MFB.
This is their, before they switch.
But yeah, I some of my stuff's cycling specific, but I'm 80-90% not cycling specific because I want to be able to do stuff. Like
That's why I like the brands that you guys stock, though. So that's because
where?
At Dirty River Bicycle. Because a lot of the stuff doesn't look cycling, but you know what I mean. Like these don't look. They don't have to be skin tight. They have room. Like
yeah.
And that's how 45 North and a lot of the good brands that we really like are. They are cycling specific, but they don't look cycling specific.
Yeah.
And Chrome Industries is a great brand that does that city riding vibe type stuff.
Yeah, and I mean Ben commutes all year, much more than I ride, and you know he wears most of the same things that we do, but sometimes like you can certain spots you mix in the bike specific stuff. You're like, you know, every jacket I wear it pinches my shoulders, and then you find a relaxed fit extra large cycling cut that has really long arms and stretchy shoulders and a drop tail, and then you know your kit's done and you're ready. Oh, and this stuff lasts. We haven't talked about that. Is when you do get, you start with the bag, you play with stuff. You don't need to buy a lot of stuff to start. Just try things that are in your closet and do extra layers that are breathable. But when you find the places where you want something that's really high tech and perfect, whether it's like you knew exactly the gloves you wanted, really high tech, you spend the money and like the last gloves you had, which aren't as nice as these gloves, that was 7 years ago you bought those from me. And like as they got older, you wore more liner glove under it because it wasn't as waterproof.
Yeah.
But like things last. These Surly jerseys, like my first one is a size big, so I can now I layer it over my other one.
Yep.
And it's got holes all over it. But when I put two of those on, like I can wear a t-shirt over it and ride in 25 degrees. Like it's good stuff. It lasts.
Wes Cheslak super chatted $9.99. Happy New Year, Tim. Get you a beer, buddy.
How about a cider?
Thank you, Wes.
Cheers.
Cheers. Next round's on me, Otis.
Wait. Oh, we have another round?
But probably on a different day.
Okay, good.
Actually, I don't know where Pudgy is tonight.
Yeah.
Because almost always he's not going to.
Did you guys have a good holiday stream?
Yeah.
Did he come up here?
Yeah, he came up.
He did?
Sat right there.
Oh, that's awesome.
Sat right there.
Don't touch that.
No, yeah, we went out, got dinner, did the stream, got breakfast in the morning. It was great. Yeah, but
motorcycle handguards.
Huh. Oh, I could picture that, but I don't know how you'd mount them on your bike. Yeah. Oh yeah, you could. There's room on certain bars. Sure.
Yeah.
It's getting late.
How late is it? How late is it? Do you got a punchline?
Oh,
it's
gosh.
so late.
Yeah, see, Ryan Ollinger.
There he is.
Middle of the lake Strava segment,
He's
man.
going mesh.
He's going mesh.
Yeah.
Ryan, you should we need a picture in the Discord.
Yeah, let's see some nips. The My Life Outdoors video that I went to get this link, he keeps pulling it up and it's like, hey, we get it. Like, enough nip action.
There's so much nipples.
Yeah. It's usually like, and I don't care, but at some point I was like, hey, enough with the nips.
And he's a Dayglow ginger.
Yeah.
And
oh man. Whenever I've done
or a daywalker, as they say.
Yeah. Whenever I've done the weed on the stream, it doesn't go well. As
Yeah?
the kids say, they call it doing the weed, right?
Doing the weed?
Doing the weed.
Did you do the weed? Is that why it's not going
No,
well?
I haven't done the weed.
Oh.
Bicycletta said he quit drinking last February. Y'all should smoke a joint some Tuesday.
Oh.
Brad's come on and we've eaten edibles, and the edibles kick in. We're like, when they kick in, we're like, stream's over.
Yeah. Was it abort?
Yeah, abort.
We're trying to delay the abort. Yeah, does anybody else have questions? Never noticed. Oh, wow. Bouncing bike life just got zesty. Don't, no. No.
They call it smoking beers now.
Yeah.
Is that Chicago?
Me in that mesh
Chicago
shirt
speak?
is like, it would be like a see-through fetish. Yeah.
I'm trying to picture, Paul from the class.
You're trying to picture me?
No, I'm not. That's what I'm trying to avoid.
Put the Christmas Story leg lamp. That's what it looks like. The cash.
Oh, did I
You've got an R.
that?
Yeah.
An R? I think it's called
Let's
an
see
L.
some
What do you-
nips, gentlemen. No pics. Oh, Ryan's not going to share. Yeah, Ryan, do you think Ryan's trying to get people to go on Mogador Reservoir? Can I share this, Ryan? I'm going to share it. That on Saturday to ride on the ice. Just don't tell them where your Strava segment is, because you might lose it. Eddie Welker. Do you know Eddie Welker?
Yeah.
Yeah. Favorite fatty slicks. My favorite are the V Speedsters. They do 2.8s and 26, 27.5 and 29. I 2 years ago was my year of the fat bike, and so I did 29 plus slicks on my fat bike and did some rat rides with you guys.
Yeah.
And it ended up like some really rough railroad ballast and chunky rocks and things, and that the extra volume was great. But then on the road where I'm not as fast as you guys, it rolled quite nice. So I could just keep up on the road, and I did. I think I had some bars with kind of like aero bars or like forward hand positions, like so I could be narrow to pedal on the road to catch up with you guys.
Yeah.
But that 2.8 on the chonk stuff that Ben always takes us on was so pleasant, and then you guys with 55s or whatever were surviving, and I could relax through that.
Thriving.
And then
You
just
were surviving, you were thriving.
yes, I was like living that supple life,
Yeah.
air volume. Yeah, I'm completely obsessed with the biggest, fastest tire I can get. I want a fatty, slick gravel bike. That's what I'm trying to figure out how to make. But most bikes. Oh, babe. Oh, Edmund just put his paw on me. I gotta stop. Thanks, buddy. Thanks, buddy. I feel like this is seal approval
Yeah.
that I did good. Oh, see?
Oh, look
Look
at his
at
little
that.
paw on your little leg.
Oh man, he's so soft.
That's what wet food does.
What a little baby.
When you eat like a prince,
Yes.
you have a coat like a king.
Thrifty frame bro. Ice rides. Are you talking on lakes?
He is liking you.
Yeah. Yeah. Me and Edmund go way back. Yeah, he's a good guy. Yeah, his coat has gotten so thick and beautiful, and he's filled out with your little Prince diet. Look at this little razzmatazz, little angel baby.
I got a little guy that I have staying in a little house I built outside too.
Yeah,
I think he's a total stray though.
Yeah.
I don't think he's trying to see anybody.
Yeah, we had strays at the bike shop. We
You
my friend
did you get
June.
them all adopted?
I need to see about the mom. The kittens were adopted.
Yeah, the mom's always
one of Coleslaw's friends.
Oh really?
There were two kittens and a mama, and my friend June's a vet tech, and she rescued him and fixed him, and we paid for the surgeries.
Yeah. For some reason, me and Aaron's pets, whatever the store is, got mixed up. She gets my receipts, and she was like, "Did you?" So she texts me when I get home today. She's like, "Did you buy food for that stray?" And I'm like, "Oh, you got the receipt." And I was like, "How'd you know?" She was like, "Well, it said Purina something. You wouldn't give this guy any dry food." And I was like, "Nope, it's for the strays that are living in my little house out there." So, this guy I'm feeding for 10 years down the road. The strays are going to get hit by cars or something's going to happen horrible. I'm trying to keep
Wow, it got dark, Dave.
I'm just keeping him alive tonight.
Dave just laughed out loud. LOL, Dave.
He was a stray at one time.
He was, and now he's a prince.
You could have 2 princes.
FS.
Like the song.
I can't think of the name.
If you want to call me baby, just go ahead. What are the
Yeah, Clunk
the
K.
record's called Pocket Full of Kryptonite. I know that, and I can't think of
BMX Foul Tread's really sweet. I've done those quite a bit. If you're doing more gravel and distance, check out the Schwalbe G1 speeds. They will, especially tubeless, will blow your face off. It's wonderful.
Bicycletta, I love that people enjoy them. I've said this a number of times to people who don't drink. I would have to take a good break, and then I think I could enjoy the NAs. But me and Ben did an NA beer tasting
I remember
on the stream.
It was awesome.
And when you go right from drinking beer to drinking NA, we bought all the best. They're all noticeable. We didn't like any of them, but I'm like, if I hadn't drank beer in a few months, I could get it. I could see that. And when we were out at Nutmeg, I was sitting there with Terry B. and then Ron's friend Joe, and he's like, I haven't drank in a while. He's like, I think
name drop this guy.
Well, whatever.
Name drop her.
It's true.
Yeah.
But Joe's like, I think I got an alcoholic beer. Let me taste it. And Terry tasted it, and he was like, not alcoholic. And I was like, do you mind if I taste it too? I tasted it. I was like, this is not alcoholic. I mean, like,
because it did make your heart sing.
I like that they're getting.
Yeah, they're
really
getting a lot
good,
better.
But you need a gap between. You can't like drink a real beer one day and
What's
an
the
NA
Elvis juice
the
place?
next day. Brewdog.
Yeah, that's an Ohio one.
And they do good.
Apparently,
beers, too.
they're doing some of the dankiest NAs.
You just have to give it. There needs to be a gap.
Yeah.
You can't drink a beer with alcohol one day, and an NA the next day, and be like, that's the same. They're not. I mean, a couple months, I think, That's why when I wasn't drinking, like I did the stream for a few weeks in a row, I was drinking hop waters and teas and things that weren't beer. I feel the same way being a vegetarian. I don't want fake meat when I like eat at home. Like, I want stuff that's different. I eat beans. I eat good stuff. I don't eat like fake ass.
I do love me a veggie burger, but yeah, most substitutes are not as good as finding the like a good vegetable dish that's similar.
That's just made to be a good vegetable dish.
Yeah.
Vegetable. That's how the kids say it.
Oh yeah. G1 2.8s, yeah. My favorite type. So yeah. Besides being cold all the time, my next thing is
Spin Doctors.
I'm
Sorry.
Spin Doctors.
That's two princes.
Oh yeah, I was just waiting to chime in.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
We lost all the real ones because I'm surprised nobody put that in the chat.
Anyways, sorry.
Yeah. But even on road, I won't do under a 2-inch tire. But the G1 all around 2.2 Evo casing, Schwalbes are amazing. I like them better than. Close your ears. Plug your ears. Yeah, I like them better than the treaded Rene Airs because they have perfect tubeless performance. And I have, even though they don't have as big of tread, which the deep tread of the Rene Airs knobbies are really great with glass and things, but the micro tread on the 2.
Here, take this guy at Big League.
Okay, come here, sweet baby. The 2.2, the little circles are bigger and really grip on dirt and grass. And I was able to climb some of the steepest hills I have been able to, and have fallen many in the past on 2.2 650B G1 all around. I love that tire in the Evo casing. It's supple and fast, and that's my road tire now because I'm old and I want to be able to do dumb stuff in comfort, but also just keep up on the road. So they roll super fast. And the G1 2.8s are really, really dynamic tire to get a big tire that can roll fast on the road. To Gravel Kings, Benjamin, do you know? Kozlea. Yeah, Gravel Kings really rip on gravel. The rear tire, if you go on pavement, the SKs, the knobs disappear in about 1,000 miles, and we also have lots of wet grass.
They kick up if you ride.
Yeah,
like
wet grass.
Towpath,
There's no traction.
but if you ride Towpath, they kick up so
in
much
the flat
crushed
squares,
limestone. Yeah.
they launch rocks in the face of your friend behind you. So yeah,
Gravel Kings.
Gravel Kings on gravel are great and fine, and they are made by Pan Racer, which the Renair knobbies and the Ultra Dynamico. It's on the menu of that. It's not as supple, but it's a good tire.
They're just really bad for crushed limestone. Like the real gravel roads with big enough chunk, they're good for.
They're really bad for Akron, Ohio.
Yeah, and small stuff they clog up really fast.
Yeah.
Because I have them on my Marin. I'm still running them. I rode the Gap in CNO on them.
Yeah.
And that was the worst situation for them because
You just
cinders
shoot them
and
in
crushed.
everybody's face or eat them.
And I had fenders, so they're just, Aaron was like that ting ting ting.
Yeah,
noise.
it'll go.
Like,
Lots of ting 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 noise, or they'll shoot out the front and then hit you in the face.
if you ride true gravel roads, they're great tires. If you ride mixed,
I went to visit my buddy Todd in Emporia, Kansas, and I had 50 Gravel Kings, and they were sweet. They worked. So I'm not throwing shade, but
yeah,
like distance, the back tire, those any gravel tire with little knobs, little tiny knobs on the back, like 1,000, 1,500 miles. Like Riddlers, Ben loves, or Large Marge loves Riddlers. And they are rocket ships. Those don't launch rocks, but not rocket launchers, rocket ships. They super sweet, fast tire on light gravel, but 1,000 miles, you are buying another $70 to $90 tire on the back. So forget that. So the big knobs of the Renairs are amazing.
but you'll
one of the
ruin the
best-
sidewalls before you ruin the tread.
If you mountain bike, on supple casing tires, but now you have endurance and they're fine. And like
on the 55s, yeah.
Kelly's got three
On my gravel bike that I ride is also an endurance road bike. I'll only ride standard casing, and I know I'm gonna blow out the sidewalls before the tread's gone.
It's okay.
Yeah,
It's worth it. It's so. If you like skinny tires, like a supple sidewall will flip your life on its head.
He's like people who are really into cars. You buy a Lamborghini and like stupid shit goes wrong, and you tinker with it all the time. That's what Renee Hertz are for.
Yeah.
But
Ooh, Thunderbirds. I'm really interested in Thunderbirds, and they have a new one. We just Rick. Are you into tires? Are you into tires?
I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
Sweet Jesus.
he's still
Do you
running.
want to borrow some warm things? You had your arms crossed.
It's chilly down here.
It's cold. I have all the heat pipes.
Do you want to borrow my jacket?
Yeah, he's got. Yeah, put on some merino wool. Just an
don't-
idiot.
just-
There's so many clothes down here.
Just
Put some gaiters on. How are your
don't touch
feet
the snot wiping zone. Yeah, I haven't tried Thunderbirds. I'm gonna get into that. But yeah, there's a new one. I think it's Rick something. But yeah, 2.4s. I'm real excited. But yeah, I had a couple years back. I had a Salsa Cutthroat with 36 mil wide carbon rims and G1 Speed 2.25s, and that was about the fastest, most supple thing I've ever ridden. Like, stiffness was at an all-time low.
That's where you are right now, right?
Yeah.
We didn't say
I
where
just
you're-
had a vasectomy.
We didn't say where you're off the bike for a week.
Yeah. So it was not a quick accelerating bike, but holy smokes, that thing would I mean, you could ride 20 miles an hour on railroad ballast like it was going out of style. It was
Speaking
sweet.
of why you've been off the bike, I've been reading Greg Milo's book. You need to read a story about his vasectomy, because he talks about when he walks in, they're like, "What are you here for?" And he's like, "I practiced in the car." And he's like, "I went blank." And he goes, "I'm here to get my tubes tied, but the male version." Anyways, the whole thing goes down that same path.
Maybe we should do a reading.
He did on
You
his
should-
50th birthday.
You should have Greg with no shirt on your stream.
Hey, you could wear that.
Yeah, the mesh thing.
I would love
Eddie
it.
Welker, Thunderbirds. Yeah, cool. I just ran my current super bike is a Salsa Fargo with, and I put 29 2.6.
You're the first person in the world to put Salsa Fargo and Superbike in the same sentence.
It is the titanium one.
Ah, well, there you go.
Yeah. Well, Superbike is giant tired, supple, planing fast bike. It is
Flaming fast?
flaming fast. Yes. Rocket ship. It is delightful. But yeah, I put 2.6 Wicked Wills on there, and I was very impressed by those because it's a full mountain bike tire, but it rolled.
That's my high school nickname.
Wicked Will?
Yeah.
Not Tiny Tim.
No, not tiny.
Yeah. No, I think the Thunderbirds would be really, really nice. They're light, fast. Cause we've been doing so much rough off road and dirt climbing and things like that on large marge routes. Kind of the best tire that we've run is the Racing Ralph, I think, if Large is still here, and Mikey Maris. It's a legit mountain bike tire, but it has so much tread in the center knobs that they can get 2,000-3,000 miles out of the back tire before it's bald, with a mix of pavement and off-road. But it's a legit mountain bike tires that don't disappear on the back tire are hard to get. So,
Wrong platform, dirty bastard.
ooh,
That's a Twitch reference.
what's it mean? Yoop time?
Uptime.
Good name. It's a good name, Dirty Rat Bastard. That's a really good name. That's like mixing all of our best things.
I should multicast to Twitch too, but you know, maybe.
Oh.
I tried a couple apps. They weren't working with OBS. I need to get I think Dimitri's gone, but I need to hit him up about this. Anyways, go. Oh.
Yeah, Racing Ralph's the rolling resistance is not that low. Rick XC, nice job. Thanks, Maxfield. Yeah,
Say his full name.
Maxfield Herrenbruck.
There we go.
I don't pronounce things like two-ring.
Oh, now it's a competition.
Yeah, Rick XC. That's they should have given him a last name like Racing Ralph or a pronoun.
Yeah.
That's good stuff. But yeah, those look sweet. They're supposed to be a little more grippy, but not as light, because Thunderbirds can be a bit dainty, which is the trouble with the Reinhers. So.
Yeah, I guess if you go to the what's the casing up from Standard Endurance? no issues.
Yeah.
But you're giving up that.
Yeah, it is not supple. It does not have the feeling of the standard and the extra light. Like
Standard
not
and
even a
extra
little
light.
bit.
The black extra lights are just, the sidewalls are just as good as the standard casing tan walls.
Well, technically they're better. Because it's got the fancier threads.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
So I'm running on the rally right now. And people get mad about it because the colors don't match. But the extra light in all black and standard casing on the rear, I air them up the same, and I'm losing sealing the same. But that bike is gonna run Renair's
Where were you on the night?
light casing tires because they're the best feeling tires that exist. But
It's yeah. I
but they're expensive and you ruin them sometimes.
Yep. You want Ferrari performance? You got to pay Ferrari prices.
Yeah.
Um.
Ain't no free ride out here, bitches.
Yeah.
Is that where we're going with this?
I wasn't, but okay. I'm not scared.
Still got 107 people in here, so they're still somewhat interested in what you got to say.
You've been talking the last hour. I got the first. Yeah, tire talk. Yeah, bring the noise.
I
Be
just
our
got
artist.
the Edmund. I just got the Edmund.
But yeah, the Rick XC looks awesome. I also love the Torino Dry. If you want like a 2.1,
You out?
that is really nice. And those, we found those to be pretty tough against glass and small thorns. Schwalbe's my favorite, but I've put nails and big thorns. I even took a branch through a jumbo gym, and it's sealed and held for a week, sitting on like a legit stick straight into my fat tire. It's sealed and held air for a week, waiting for and then we plugged it, which we can do permanent plugs at Dirty River Bicycles. So your fancy tires, we can fix them.
All my friends,
sometimes.
2 of them run Challenge tires. Oh, is that new brand that is doing like cheaper tires?
No.
Like
Challenge
Butter?
is a fancy, super supple Italian.
No,
Made
not familiar with them.
hand glued,
have to look
300 TPI. They're
They
nice.
come from the road world to start doing that, or
Yeah, Road World.
That sounds exactly.
Yeah,
what
I think their biggest tire is 37 millimeters.
Okay, yeah.
So, Challenge is really, really good.
Yeah, so these are like woven cotton sidewall tires.
Yeah, Smart Sam's. The thing I want from Schwalbe, I love Schwalbe.
People love these G1s. I wasn't crazy about them when I borrowed your Midnight Special. Weren't those G1s?
No,
Oh.
those were
Because Ben loves
switchback hill extra leger slicks.
Large Marge loves the G1s. He says they're better than the Renairs.
I don't know. I don't know what he likes. He likes lots of different things, but I don't think he's run the G1s.
Well, I thought the G1s are the ones everyone loves all of a sudden. No, not all of a sudden. Like the last 2 years.
But yeah, he hasn't run those. The G1Rs are the super fancy race gravel tires, but they run 40s and 45s. Just came out with 50s.
I thought people really. I thought you guys were all into these. The G1s over the marathon G1s over the Renairs. No, you're not into this gang.
No, I like the G1 all rounds. In 2.2.
What's that in European?
It's like 60, 58, something like that. But yeah, I don't. The Wintersteiner. Yeah, the G1s in the 40 width, the little circles are so tiny that
Clog.
they clog, but also it runs into the what we talked about with the Gravel Kings, where you've got these little tiny knobs, and your rear tire is going to last 1,000 miles. It's a gravel specific tire.
Yeah.
So I want a larger knob rubber to last.
Yeah, those little tiny knob bullshit.
No. Yeah, 2 to 3. That's where it shines.
Do it all bike after 2017 Jameis Renegade. I mean, there's so many options. We need to know.
A Renegade's a good bike.
Yeah, budget and everything is gonna like a Sklar, a Wild,
Thrifty frame
Super
build.
Tramp, maybe a Super Tramp, build from Dirty River.
Super Tramp, yeah. Or Wild Dealer, Otso Dealer.
Yeah.
Salsa, Shirley.
Yeah, if you really want to get crazy, we'll
Yeah.
do titanium.
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 Just like that Lieutenant Dan's leg and Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
Stuff they use on the space shuttle.
Yep. We even do Singular. Do they do titanium anymore?
That's what they're
It's
known.
probably I don't know.
You
Probably
sell their
carbon
stuff?
fiber. NASA?
Oh, it's NASA.
Singular? Singular, yeah, we do Singular. They're lovely.
Are they a Q brand?
UK.
Hmm.
No, they're their own thing, but they're distributed out of a cool little distributor from Oregon called Biciclista.
That's French for bicycles.
I don't know French, but yeah.
Anywho.
Yeah, narrow tires. If you should go slicks with some
That's actually Spanish for bicycle.
puncture breaker support, and I thought it was not Biciclista. That's not.
Catalan.
Oh my gosh! Wow, you really threw me for a loop there. Is it Barcelona? Barcelona?
I thought we were
Is
trying to
Barcelona?
have,
Is that
I thought we were trying
Catalan?
to have fun.
Is Barcelona Catalan?
No,
Or is it Madrid? My Spanish geography is not that great.
No, it's your druid.
Wow, Dave.
Report.
Wrote favorite knobs. The Renair's knob tires and G1 all rounds over 2 inches. Those are my favorite. And then if you want a mountain bike tread, Racing Ralph.
What's up, Chubbs?
Because a decent center knob will keep glass out of your casing.
What do
and
you think of
prevent
the
flats.
new Renair semi? What do they call them? Semi slick?
I like the idea.
I feel like if anyone's gonna do them, they're gonna do it right.
That's a skinny tire, so why
No,
would I
they're
ever ride that?
They're going up to 44s.
Oh, 44s. Yeah, I don't do anything under 50. I'm too old for that shit. Yeah, if it's that's a road bike. That's a road bike tire. Why wouldn't I go to a slick then? 40 millimeter narrow? Yes.
No.
Unbound Gravel was won with 2.2. The entire podium was 2.2 front tires.
Ted King's
2.0
running 44
rears.
semi slicks. The new Renairs.
Not
They call it corkscrew climbs.
yeah, and Belgian waffle ride, which is a road bike ride.
That's not a road bike ride.
It's a road bike and it's a road and towpath ride.
Randy Hale knows what's up.
Preach.
I am into these corkscrews. They're going to be I wish I didn't upgrade right before these came out, but I will. My Raleigh will run those corkscrew climbs.
You will because you're cheap and I have the tires on closeout.
I did. I bought those at a huge discount.
There's still one
But
you
I'll ruin
have
them.
not bought yet.
But I'll ruin them within 3 months. But no, I won't because it's winter, so I don't ride my Raleigh
Yeah.
in the shitty roads. But yeah.
Oh, Benjamin Kesley, that's a sick burn. Drunk on that Untapped.
Yeah. What's wrong with that? That's good shit. Not your fucking chemicals that you guys like to ingest into your bodies.
We sell Untapped. It's very
you
nice.
Wish you did.
We have at least 3 boxes. We sell their what do you call the waffles? What's the little waffles?
Stroop waffles.
Stroop waffles. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Ted King's nice. I actually, this is
King is nice. That should be a sticker. Ted King's nice.
Ted King's nice. Yeah. I actually had the honor of I
Ted
did.
King's nice.
He
He's nice.
It was
He's very nice.
2015. He was winning the Unbound 200 on a Cannondale slate with a lefty 650B. He had dropped everyone by like 20 minutes.
Also known as the Stranger. Go on. Lefty.
The lefty slate. I was going so slow on the 100-mile ride, and I saw a guy with a lefty and a POC helmet in white, and I was like, wow, that's the most beautiful pedaling I've ever seen in my life.
That's where you're going.
And I was like, that it doesn't seem like they'd be this far back in the 100 race with us, normies.
Normies, yeah.
And then I got to the end, and I saw Ted King pass me to his first Unbound gravel win, and he destroyed everybody. Like, it was so far.
Well, it's funny because now he's so far back in the pack compared to how
Well, he's
competitive
like our age. He's like over 40.
Don't hour us. I was born like 2
Are you
months.
ageist?
Yeah, less than you.
Yeah, Tim and I are the same age,
don't
but,
hour
but he's
don't-
2 months more wise, ish. Yeah, but yeah, Ted King passed me and won. It was beautiful. It was.
And he still looks good pedaling. He's nice.
Yeah, 45 is a road tire. Yeah,
Yeah.
get 45. Put that on slick tires. 45
Alternate-
treaded tires are for mud cyclocross.
Alternate Amicos are great. They're still made in the same
Yeah, it's
factory
all
as
made by
Renair's.
Pan Racer.
Pan Racers.
They're all like
Simworks just rebrands whose tires? Because they're Simworks.
still Pan Racer.
Yeah, but most of their tires aren't even that different from whoever else, right? Is Simworks Mary Sales? Who does Simworks?
Simworks. Yeah, it's just a California-based Japanese company. But yeah, it's Pan Racer again. They're all kind of the same. They're usually the standard casing and endurance casing of Renair's.
For most things, 45s
But I like
are
the
wide enough.
tread of Renair's is better. So they've got some good stuff. What's the rock? Bruce Gordon, Soma, Ultradynamico, Simworks, and a few others are all Pan Racer and Renair's. But Renair's has the fanciest casing, most supple.
I mean, I love Ronnie and his alternate Amicos are great, and I've watched friends use both. I just really like the tread patterns on the Renair's because I
Yeah.
could do everything on them.
Yeah,
And
but it rolls like a slick. It's so
Yeah.
good. The Renair Snobby is unbeatable to a point.
me and Large have. I'm sure Otis has it, but yeah. Should we wrap this up? How deep on beer are you? We're almost at a 3-hour stream here.
Yeah. Wow. Well, I guess we had a topic. Did we miss anything? Are you gonna put like some breathe rate strips on your nose so you can
No.
get that max snot?
Oh, so why don't... Here's what we should do. A couple people brought this up during the stream. For warm, they brought up chemical hand warmers, and they brought up electronic socks and that.
Oh yes, this. Yeah, we did not touch on
I knew
this.
this would...
Damn it, Dave.
I'm going to grab my cat while you go off on your...
Do you have more cocktail to get through this?
Hurry it up.
Hurry it up. Okay.
We're losing them.
Yeah.
Go fall on my flies.
No, toe warmers. If you need toe warmers, that's fine. But the thing is, toe warmers stop, or you forget them, and you want to go on a ride, and you're out of toe warmers, or your toe warmers run out,
He's over here, Tim.
and you die.
Keep going about your...
So, yeah, battery powered. You forget to charge them, they run out. They're too hot. You turn them off. Randy Hale, we're like early 40s. Somebody asked our age.
Mid to late.
Mid to late 40s. We're 46. or 46. Yeah, Chuck Rogers. That's why I like the Schwalbe's. Vittoria's been very impressive too. But yeah, the thing, those are all, and you can keep them as spares, or if you got to fix a flat, your toes are going numb. If your fingers going numb, toe warmers, hand warmers, they all work. But I want something simple that does not need an on and off switch to survive. That's what I'm looking for in winter gear. I don't want to charge it. I don't want it to run out of batteries. I don't want that. Oh, I forgot to buy the toe warmers this week, and it's cold and beautiful, and I want to go outside. So I want clothing, warm boots, layers. That's layers. That's what I want for the things. I don't throw any shade on that. There's lots of people that enjoy winter with those products. But again, I want more normal, less tech.
I'm laughing at my cat. I covered you in one of your Reno hoods.
Oh, you wasn't supposed to. That's my snot hood. Made you look. Yep. I think we should about wrap up.
Yeah, well, thanks everyone for joining us. I think we covered everything that you would ever need to know. And if you didn't learn anything, you're probably stupid and we can't help you. Oh, is that what you were going to say? Brought to you by Missing Falls Brewing.
Brought to you by Sense of Entitlement, New England IPA.
Kenny told me to say that.
Yep. Best biker bar in Akron.
Best biker bar in Akron. Yeah.
Missing Falls. Definitely stop when you visit.
Yeah, and Otis Bike Shop. He's way nicer in person. He's no Ted King though.
No take. Oh, he's delightful.
Okay, bye.
All right.
Okay,
Yeah.
this time.
Fitzwater photo.